Hello. What's up, everybody? I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. I'm sorry if you guys got a little jumbled. We had to switch links. We had some technical difficulties, as we call it, but we love doing them. Yeah, we just had a little bit of issue. So we're on the new link now, but thank you guys so much. We are here. We are collecting for an amazing cause, and I'm just waiting for some people to shuffle in who are a part of it so I can introduce everybody and their characters and kind of go along. So before I get started there and start bringing people in, thank you guys so much. As you know, we are collecting for lunch. We set up a GoFundMe for them. All proceeds go directly to them. They're a 501c3 organization that is hell-bent on eliminating school lunch debt in all schools across the country, which is important. No kid should ever have to pay to eat or feel shamed if they can't pay to eat. It's disgusting. And yeah, I love the fact that this organization is trying to eliminate that all around. So if you would find, you'll find a description for the GoFundMe, or you'll find the link for the GoFundMe in the descriptions below. I want to say thank you guys again so much. If you guys know, if you haven't, we do charity script reads every once in a while. Sometimes we have marathon shows we call Fund-A-Thons, which go on for hours. We have different shows that join in. Always collecting for good causes, and we want to appreciate you guys jumping in for this one. We are reading National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation tonight. We'll all be playing different parts. We're going to have a lot of fun. We encourage the audience to stay in it with us and join in. We will also be throwing out the link on the comments. So if you guys want to donate at any point, please let us know. We do have an accent wheel. If you want us to speak in a different accent, you can donate money. And then you pick one of us who's willing to do the accents. And we'll get into it. Some people don't want to do the accents. Fully understand that. But you can pick one of us who do, and we will join in on that. But guys, without further ado, I do want to kind of get kicked off here. But I want to bring on my partner in crime who helped me set all this up. He's the man. I truly appreciate him. If you haven't seen his show, you absolutely should. It's Horror with Sir Sturdy. He also hosts Popcorn and Pints every Saturday night. Sir Sturdy himself. What's up, buddy?
What's good, man? How's it going? How's it going? And how's it going out there to all you, to all the Snob Nation out there, and everyone else? I hope everyone's doing great out there. Mick, I know I'm saying this to you mad late. I did send you that video, but it is longer than 45 seconds. It's 55 seconds. Send it to you mad late, like right before I got on for the pre-show thing. But
you're all good. We're gonna play them a little bit later on. I did have some people send me some videos for Christmas, talk about some of their favorite Christmas movies, and we're gonna play those a little bit later on. I want to do it afterwards, but we're gonna have a really fun night tonight, and we're gonna get into it. So before we do, let me get this situated so that way I have my list here. So I have my script and everything. But guys, as you know, you can help us out. You can donate at any time throughout. We hope you will. Let me pull up the fundraiser so people can see what it looks like and how they can donate. Oh my God. And I have a feeling I know who it was, and I'm gonna kiss them and hate them at the same time. But our fundraiser right now, our goal was about $300, $400. We've reached $525. Thank you everyone who's donated and been a part of it. We truly appreciate you. All going to a great cause. But if you guys want to continue to donate, it goes on all month long. You can donate at any time, but please donate throughout. Like I said, you donate like $10 or something like that. Tell us which one of us you want us to do an accent, who's willing to do it, and we can get a little extra out of there. So it all goes to a good cause. So let's do it. All right. Let me put this down to the side. We have a lot of people to bring in, and I just want to make sure that I have everybody here, which I do. And without further ado, we can get started if you're ready, Sturd.
I'm ready.
Well, to start off here, I'm Mick Manhattan, of course, the Scene Snob, and I will be playing the part of Clark Griswold. We are waiting on our narrator. He should be here soon. And then once he's here, we will get it going. And I'm going to start introducing everybody.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Here we go. First up, Clark Griswold. Then my man right here playing my son, Rusty. How you doing, buddy? That's right, Sir Sturdy. We're going to be doubling up on a lot of characters, so let's have fun. We have Jason Taylor will be joining us at 8 p.m. from the Three Geeks podcast. He's just running a little late, but he will be playing a couple of characters as well. Next up, playing the lovely Ellen Griswold. She's very beautiful, so definitely holds up to the wonderful and talent and grace held by Beverly D'Angelo in the original film. That is Miss Manhattan. How are you? Miss Manhattan, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. How
I'm
excited
doing
are you
great.
for this?
Very excited. I'm very excited. I do have to say I don't know if I'll do as well as Beverly did, but I will try. So I love her so much. We were just talking about that.
And I'm gonna continue this train rolling of lovely ladies joining us tonight, playing different parts. And we have Mrs. Shake joining in. Miranda, thank you so much. How are you, Mrs. Shake?
Ho ho ho, everyone! We're so great. I'm Audrey, if you can believe it. Well, I'm Audrey among other people. I didn't have a beret. I find that odd.
Every girl in the 80s had a beret, it seems.
And I was around in the 80s. Like I was a fashion. I had the Debbie Gibson hat. I don't understand where I must have thrown it. Must be in storage. I had a beret at some point. But anyways, I'm giving Audrey angsty teenage energy, crimp hair. Let's go. Christmas time, raising money. Let's do this.
You are playing a great, and you're also playing Mrs. Shirley and cousin Catherine.
Yes, I really get to show off the old acting skills. I have a wide range of characters here.
I love it. And we're going to bring in the lovely and talented, she is killing it in the indie circuit as an actor. She is absolutely wonderful human being who I love working with, and this is Miss Shonda Rawlings. Here she is. Welcome to the show, Shonda. Thank you for coming back.
Hello.
I love the hat.
I'm so excited to be here, you guys.
That is a great hat. That's a great cowboy hat.
Yes.
We're all festive. I have a couple more to introduce. I call them the Super Smash Bros. Because, you know, Smash and whatnot, and that is Math and Smash themselves from the Betting Bros. The brother. Well, there's one of them anyway.
One of us. We sharing the studio today. We'll be in the studio together tomorrow at 1 p.m. live, giving you guys all the bets that you need if you want to make money like we do on sports betting.
I had a costume change, but I can't find it. I broke the stream.
Look at this view though.
It's
like that bird's eye view.
I'm just an
wonderful
dumpster fire today. I'm sorry, but I am.
Tim, what you did was an amazing thing because I had to pee, so you gave me a chance to run down and go pee to come back. So you were thinking about me, so I appreciate you.
Cheers.
Tim, what you did for me was give me a heart attack.
I realized that. And I told you if Betting Bros was canceled, I understand.
Can't cancel Math and Smash.
Oh no, it's not cancelable.
Smash is uncancelable.
I cannot cancel somebody. You're a producer, Tim, whether you like it or not, and I can't cancel a producer who fucks up like that because we all do at some point or another. At least yours didn't cost tons and tons of money. That's all.
No, I didn't do anything. I mean, we're just having fun, right? This is a whole different animal.
You're all good. You're all good.
And now everybody can see every pour I do.
So and we still started at 7. He was just
what he was doing for you, Mick. We got it ready. What he did for you was he was just for these times when they happen on your lives and all that during the week. You're not going to get all stressed out and start crying. You're going to be ready for it. You're going to have all this stuff saved on another page, like your wife told you to. So that way, if this happens, you can just copy and paste it. All right, I'm cutting you off, Mittens, because we have to introduce one more person, and that is our fearless narrator tonight. He's going to be putting in a lot of work, and
the man,
we appreciate him. The man, the worst damn gamer ever, is our worst damn reader ever tonight. Thank you, Chris, for joining in, my friend.
That's some fly ass glasses too. Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? Every time I see Tim, I think about it, and I'm like, I need to put my glasses on so I can look like him, because I'm convinced that everybody who wears glasses just like Tim.
I look like a hell in a handbasket right now.
Does it make us look more like? Does it make it look more like brothers if I wear my glasses?
Actually, kind of.
We are only half brothers.
It's only half. I mean,
that's
the good
not
half.
It is the good half.
We have a lot of great people. Everybody has their script, right? Color codes.
I got mine pulled up on a 38-inch screen for all viewing pleasure.
Not that he's right.
I'm bragging 100%. This is how I bet. I bet on a 38. I bet on a 38-inch screen. I game on a 38-inch screen. I do these streams on it. Yep, I'm bragging.
Sounds like someone's compensating for something.
Oh my God, this is these brothers are going to be great tonight. I'm loving this already. All right, tonight we are doing a charity script read of, like I said, everybody, of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, directed back in 1989. It came out. It was directed by Jeremiah Chetnik. It was Shekis. Yeah, I can't read that. Whatever. It's not on the big screen. So John Hughes wrote it, of course, starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Juliette Lewis, and Johnny Galecki, plus so many more, including Randy Quaid, Jason Taylor from Three Geeks' favorite actor of all time. So we're going to get into this. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is one of the ultimate Christmas movies. How does everybody feel about it? Is this a big one for you guys?
Huge. Every year.
Yeah.
This is the generation gap because I'm millennial and like I'm all about like Muppets, Christmas Carol, and Bad Santa. Like those are my jams.
Chris, I want to point out one thing to you, and usually you're so supportive. Watch all the shows on the channel. On Sunday, I'm having a 5 takeaways of Christmas classics that I don't like. I urge you not to watch that episode. Heavily urge you to watch that episode because I won't want your opinion of me to change. But
everybody knows the greatest Christmas movie ever is Gremlins, though, right?
Here we go.
It's up there. Actually, Dan, you may want to watch the video I put out on Monday. So for Discovering Horror. So make sure you guys are paying attention to the Scene Snobs channel. You got to subscribe to know. So let's get it going here. I know a lot of people are excited. So National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the Griswold Family Christmas. And we are going to start. I guess I'll start singing. And then you want to take it from Exterior Countryside Morning after my song?
You mean Holiday Road?
I would absolutely love to, but they will not allow me to play that. Oh, come, oh ye faithful.
All right. I would just like to say that this and A Christmas Story, my 2 least favorite Christmas movies.
Rude.
Well, I'm so glad you're here. Well, I would have picked Die Hard, but nobody wanted to do that.
I would
love Die Hard.
Next year. I'm going to say this to you, John. Thank you for joining in. Do not watch that 5 takeaways either. Anyway, go ahead, Chris.
The story is overrated.
In the beginning?
Exterior Countryside Morning. Courier and eyes counting. Rolling hills. Firm stands the pine of the hardwood. Barns and bridges. Into the timeless, beautiful roars of new. Aerodynamically styled road. Queen family, Taurus, with simulated wood panels, hugging a sleek curve. The song continues. Voice belongs to Clark Griswold Jr.
Joyful and triumphant, oh come ye.
Interior car, Clutch driving his wife, Ellen, is next to him. His 14-year-old daughter, Audrey, and 12-year-old son, Rusty, are in the back seat. Ellen's looking out the window. Rusty and Aubrey are looking out their windows. Clark clears his throat and closes his eyes. He finishes with a deep, majestic voice.
Oh come, Bethlehem.
A moment of reverent silence.
Dad? Can you tell us what we're doing again?
We're kicking off our fun old-fashioned family Christmas by heading out into the country in the old front-wheel drive sleigh to embrace the frosty majesty of the winter landscape and select most important of Christmas symbols.
Exterior country road. The torch drives through frame. An old battered pickup truck pulls out on the road. Interior car. Audrey leans forward in her seat.
We're not driving all the way out here so you can get one of those stupid ties with Santa Clauses on it, are we?
Nope, I don't think people talk like that in the 80s.
Are you kidding me?
Valley Girl. That's exactly how I talked.
Nope, I have one of those at home. We're looking. What we're looking for today is the Griswold family Christmas tree.
Clark smiles proudly. Exterior, road. The pickup truck pulls up behind the Taurus. Interior, car.
Is it much further, Clark?
Nah, 3 or 4 more songs and we'll be there.
Audrey looks at Rusty and groans.
No.
Clark breaks into song once again.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Exterior, road, close up. Taurus. The bent and rusty-pitted front bumper of the pickup pulls up within a few inches of the rear bumper of the Taurus. Interior, Taurus. Clark continues singing.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
He glances in the rearview mirror. He stops singing. His point of view, the pickup truck crowds the mirror. Interior, car, Clark and Ellen. Clark speeds up.
What's the matter?
Some jackass riding my tail.
Ellen and the kids look around behind. The pickup horn blows.
Slow down and let him pass.
Exterior, highway. Clark, slow down. The pickup pup pulls around him. Interior, car. Clark blasts his horn and sneers at the pickup, pulling past him.
Clark, don't provoke them.
Clark flashes his lights and beeps his horn.
Hey, kids, look, a deer.
Oh.
He points out the window as the kids look. Clark flips off the pickup, the double bird. Closer, Clark. He looks at Ellen and chuckles proudly at himself. He turns back and Ellen gasps. He stops and the brakes. His point of view, the pickup has jammed on the brakes. The Taurus rides up close. Interior of the car. The kids jerk forward. Ellen is hurled forward. Clark grits his teeth and nearly bends to the wheel over. Exterior pickup truck. The farm boys look out near the window, laughing as they pull away. Close up of Clark. He's angry and committed and escalating the conflict. He hits the gas. Exterior highway. The Taurus squeals. Hot after the truck. Interior car. Ellen barks at Clark.
Slow down.
You want to ride behind somebody who does something like that? I'm going to get around him and leave him safely behind us. I'm gonna burn some dust here. Eat my rubber.
Out of the window. He floors it.
Dad, I believe the expression is burn rubber and eat my dust.
Yep, and I hope they're hungry.
Exterior highway. The Taurus pulls around the pickup truck as it passes it. Interior car. Clark smiles. He waves to the pickup truck.
Eat roadkill, liver lips.
Interior pickup. A pair of inbred, redneck, young sheep bangers and a gnarled old man at the wheel to watch as the Taurus passes.
What is this radio?
Calm down, Shatner.
Put your kids to bed.
They're dressed in flannel, shirts, and dirty, quilted, nylon, hurling, hunting jackets. Their point of view, Ellen shrinks down in her seat. Clark waves arrogantly. Exterior highway. The Taurus pulls around the front of the pickup truck. Exterior highway. The pickup truck's bed. A semi hauling a load of timber has pulled behind the pickup truck. Interior Taurus. Clark smiles with satisfaction.
That's enough of that. Anyway, kids, speaking of Christmas trees, can one of you tell me what kind of tree was first displayed at the White House?
The pickup truck has pulled alongside Clark. Ellen and the kids notice. Clark doesn't.
Dad, they're back.
Close up, Clark, cross angle. He looks at Ellen with the semi pulls to alongside the Taurus.
Clark, stop it. I don't want to spend the holidays dead.
Oh, you were okay. Don't worry about it, honey.
Clark returns his eyes to the road and his signal to pulls out. Interior car, Ellen, Rusty, Audrey, scream. Exterior, tourist, Clark. He sees he's pulling into the truck. His eyes pop out and shrieks. Interior pickup truck. The old man looks in his rearview mirror and does a double take. He whips around. His two boys whip around and look out the back window. Their point of view, the semi-truck returns to the proper lane. There's no tourists. Exterior, pickup truck, close-up, back window. The two boys exchange bewildered.
We're good.
Looks. Exterior, highway, semi-truck. The tourist is trapped behind the front and the back wheels of the high clearance trailer, running at high speed. Mud and salt from the front of the trailer. The wheels are peppered the car. Interior tourist, the family silent and shocked. Clark's in full seat, in full sweat, as struggles and maintain the exact speed of the truck to avoid being caught in the rear wheels.
We're all right. Thank God we're all right.
Clark, we're stuck under a truck.
Do you honestly think I don't know that?
Come on, you guys, don't fight.
Well, for Christ's sake, I didn't do it on purpose.
Exterior road, the truck barrels along with the tourist behind it. Interior tourist, Clark maniacally focused on controlling the car. Ellen and the kids are praying.
Forgive us our sins.
Is lying about why you got home so late a sin?
Just keep praying.
Is it? I have to know.
Yes.
Forgive me for saying I was at Cassandra Reed's when I was really with Sean Marley under the railroad bridge in town.
Did you know about that?
Obviously not.
Isn't that kid who got picked up for sacrificing June bugs in the cemetery?
This was before that.
What religion are we again?
Our Lady of Jesus. What are we getting crushed? We're about to get crushed by a truck.
Clark takes a deep breath.
You can kind of skip through pretty quickly.
Sharply to the right. Huh?
This is a lot, so if you want to skip through a little quicker, I get it. Don't worry. You don't have to kill yourself.
Interior road ahead. The tourist pops out. Some shit happens. They do some shit on the countryside. The camera pans out. The tourist is still in peril. The Christmas tree over the farm and carried inside the car. The family is frozen in horror. Clark pulls the tourist apart and turns off the engine. He looks at his watch.
Hey, we made it in pretty good time.
Christmas tree farm. Family stumble across the frozen and between the rows of the trees, shivering, cursing, grousing. We find Clark, Ellen, Audrey, Rusty trudging through the snow. The family is very hard go of the deep snow. Clark pays it no mind.
Is this air fresh or what? Take a deep breath. Notice that smell.
Smells like pine saw.
And isn't that a Christmassy smell?
Clark, can we pick out a tree while we smell? It's awfully cold.
My toes are numb.
Ellen points out a tree.
There's a nice one over there.
Clark considers the tree briefly and rejects it.
That bottom's all dead, hon. A deer probably lifted his leg on it.
They continue their march through the snow.
Dad, didn't they invent Christmas tree lot? People wouldn't have to do all this for a tree on a Saturday. Throwing away my Saturday. Come on.
They invented them, Russ, because people forgot how to have fun. Old-fashioned family Christmas, and are satisfied with scrawny, dead, overpriced trees with have no special meaning. You know, kids, this is what our forefathers did.
I can't feel my legs.
They went out in the woods, picked out special tree, and cut it down with their bare hands.
Mom, I can't feel my hips.
Clark
stops to survey the landscape.
Yeah, honey.
Audrey's frozen from the waist down.
That's all a part of the experience.
Total
Close
bad.
up Clark. He seems I'm sorry. He scans the forest. Something catches his eye. He spotted a special tree. A chorus of angels fades in. Clark, there it is. Or yeah.
There it is.
Sorry. Christmas tree for our family. Yeah. Clark points to the family members to see what he's pointing at. Family's point of view, a perfectly shaped Norway pine. The long beat and Clark strolls into frame. We realize that the tree is 20 feet tall.
Just like your mom.
That's what she said. The Griswold family Christmas tree.
Exterior, Christmas family tree farm. From above, Clark, from the top of the tree down, Clark looks up and admires the tree. The family gathers around him.
Clark, isn't it a little big? That's what she said.
It's not that big. It's just full. Girthy.
It's girthy.
That's not going to fit in the yard, Dad.
It's not going in the yard, Russ. It's going in the living room.
Exterior, Christmas tree farm family. Clark puts his arm around Ellen and Audrey. Ellen pulls Rusty into the family embrace.
Just look at it.
It really is beautiful, Clark.
It's something else, huh, Russ?
Yeah, Dad.
Audrey, isn't it a beaut?
She'll see it later, honey. Her eyes are frozen shut.
The most enduring traditions of the season are the best enjoyed in the warm embrace of kith and kin. The tree is a symbol of the spirit of the Griswold family Christmas.
Dad, did you bring the thaw?
Fit.
Close up, Clark. He realizes he made a mistake but doesn't care to admit it.
Fit.
Exterior, tree ranch, house trailer. The rotting double wide serves as an office and a residence for Jolly Jerry. The family stands at the door. It opens. Close up to the trailer. It opens to the sour-looking middle-aged man smoking a cigarette and wearing a dirty Santa hat. The man. What? Close up, Clark. He offers a friendly smile.
I hate to trouble you, but I didn't bring a saw.
Exterior trailer. The man pulls up, puffs off his butt and blows the smoke out his nose. Man. Rules say buyer provides own damn saw. He points at the painted sign on the trailer. Close-up sign. They paint a sign on the back letter with black and white letters. It reads, buyer pays in advance. Buyer don't use the ranch as a bathroom. Buyer don't cut down more trees than he paid for. Buyers provide own damn saw. Exterior trailer. Clark sneaks a glance at Ellen. She gives Clark a look.
I paid $75 for the tree. I need some way to get it out of the ground.
You paid that much for a tree?
Honey, it's huge. It's cold. The holidays are here. I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out.
Close-up, man. He scratches his nose and reaches behind the door. Close-up, Clark. He looks at the family.
Sometimes you just have to ask nice.
Close-up, man. He holds up a shovel. Close-up, Clark. He stares at an alarm. Highway, Clark, the tourist. Later. Clark's in the front passenger seat. He's frozen blue, clutching a shovel. His shot widens to reveal Ellen and the kids. They're also blue. They continue to widen until they see the car and the enormous tree tied off to the roof. The car pulls ahead and overtakes the camera. We see the full length of the tree, branches bound with heavy twine, and a huge root ball. Exterior Griswold house night. Yeah, what's up?
Mick?
Yeah.
Can you explain the discrepancies for us in terms of what occurs on the script versus the film? As somebody who's been in the industry,
yeah,
can you tell us why? Like, so why is this in the script but not in the film?
Just probably cut for time.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to pause it, but right? This doesn't happen. They cut to them driving home, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and it's funny because the part where they're all talking about they're like walking through the snow after the car crashes into the bank, but here they get to a farm and there's So I'm
just curious. That's all. I like that kind of expertise is kind of important, right?
Well, it is, but at the same time, you get the effect of the movie. So in editing, it's just a matter of landing the joke, and they did that. You didn't really need to have that interaction with the guy, because the fact that he's like, I forgot a saw, and then he immediately cut to it's ripped out of the ground. It's like, what did they have to go through to get this? It sort of adds an air of mystery. So a lot of times movies will do that. Sometimes to their own detriment. But yeah, that's probably why, in the most part.
Thanks, man.
Jason is here. We're going to bring in Jason, who's playing Clark Sr. Oh, he's not ready yet. Never mind. We shall talk to him in a few minutes. But I want to say thank you. Again, we're going to continue on in just a second. Tim and Dan are hell-bent on technical difficulties tonight. No, I'm just
drinking all of you under the table. That's what we'll be doing tonight.
That is 100% true.
That sounds fun.
You're gonna destroy me. I don't even drink anymore.
Who's playing Todd this evening? I don't know if I gave that out.
I mean, I can always play.
Is he one of the extra characters?
No, he's a main character.
Margo.
Yeah,
Tim was Todd.
No, I'm Mr. Shirley, and I'm the neighbor. Todd the neighbor. Oh,
Todd the neighbor.
Yeah, I'm Todd the
That's
neighbor.
Tim.
No, I'm Mr.
You're
Shirley.
Todd. So it's coming up. All right, let's rock and roll.
I'm sorry, I knew it as Todd the neighbor. If there's multiple Todds.
That's fair. That is fair.
Tim is Todd.
Jason, I would never cut my own brother off.
He's encouraging it. Are you kidding me? All right, let's get started again. Chris, do you want to pick it up?
House night. Yep. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good, dude. Chris, you good? You want to pick it up on House Next Door? Exterior?
Yeah. Exterior house next door. A couple in their mid-30s is getting out of the Saab parked in the driveway of the house Griswolds. They're handsome, successful, modern suburban professionals, Margot and Todd Chester. They look at the Griswolds, wincing at the roar of the chainsaw. Margot, what's that? Crosses around to Todd to stand at his side. Yeah.
Looks like the toad overestimated the height of his living room ceiling.
They have a chuckle, compressed stiff laugh. They clearly people devoid of humor. Their point of view: there's a giant tree laying on the front yard. It's still bound with twine. Clark takes the chainsaw to it and cuts it in half. Exterior, Todd and Margot's driveway. Todd's wearing a cocky grin, yells,
"Hey, Grizzlog, where do you think you're going to put a tree that big?"
Bend over and I'll show you. Take it on the line.
You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Griswold.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm giving Chris.
We're in the living room now. It's later. There's a tree in the rear corner of the room. Yeah, Clark's doing something.
Clark, is there enough room for the star?
Oh, honey. Oh, sure, honey. I have a little more trimming to do, but it won't be a problem. Oh, I give you the Griswold. I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree. Let's pick it up with Rusty.
My document is not letting me scroll right. Give me 1 second.
Oh no.
We'll continue on until you're ready.
All right.
Pick it up with
Do you
Rusty.
want me to do the?
That's you, Sturdy.
All right, I'm back.
I can't get my needle through the cranberries.
The popcorn falls apart when I put the string through it.
Clark, the old-fashioned ornaments aren't working out too well.
You know, that's all part of the fun, honey. You know, kids, years ago, people couldn't go out and buy their ornaments. They had to make them from things around the old prairie homestead. Colored balls of mud, wood shavings, bits of yarn and string, ox horns, donkey tails, prairie dog whiskers.
What?
I'll get the lights up and then I'll give you a hand.
Clark begins stringing the lights on the tree, starting at the bottom. Clark moves slowly around the tree, stringing the lights as he goes. Close up, Rusty. He reaches into a bowl of popcorn.
Dad, this tradition's fun and all so far, but it might lose its luster if. Are you making the gifts?
What?
Making the gifts?
Did you just jump ahead?
Yes.
No. No. I'm right under you. Rusty reaches for the popcorn.
Okay, I'm lost. Sounds like fun, but no. Before we know it,
Okay,
you kids will be all grown up and
Clark, what are you doing behind the tree?
putting up the lights.
Peeing.
Nobody will look behind the tree. Dad.
If you just do the front, the tree isn't balanced. Believe me, if I put up lights back here, you'd never notice the difference. Ouch. You'd
Watch
notice
your eyes, Daddy.
I hope you're not getting sap all over your sweater.
Hold on. I just swallowed a cocoon. Okay, all better.
Dog agrees.
Have you ever
Dog
tasted
agrees.
cocoon? It's like cashews, but not salty.
Clark emerges around from behind. He's covered head to toe in sap and pine needles.
What'd you say, honey?
Clark and Ellen cleaning Clark's sweater. He's working on one sleeve. She's working on the other. She's picking individual needles off. Clark's hurting them down the cuff.
Did I tell you that I talked to my mother?
Yeah, it's a shame they can't come Christmas. I was so looking forward to seeing them.
I talked to her today. They changed their mind. My dad couldn't get a good enough deal on the condo in Florida, so they're coming.
Damn. Darn. Great.
Clark pulls a large wad of sticky pine needles off his cuff for his sweater and tries to flick it into a wastebasket.
Let's not forget whose idea it was to have the fun, old-fashioned family Christmas here.
Am I complaining?
Yes.
Ella's trying to get the needles off her hands. All she does is transfer the needles from one hand to the other and continues talking, acknowledging the sap in the needles.
No, but I think you're forgetting how difficult it's going to be with all these people at our house.
They're family, Ellen, not strangers off the street.
They're family and they don't get along.
They get along.
Clark tries to wipe the wad of pine needles on the edge of the grocery bag lining of the wastebasket. When he pulls his arm back, the bag goes with it, and now it's stuck to his hand.
All they do is argue. Who sleeps in what room? Who do the children love more? Clark, it's endless.
Where the hell are we? Okay. Christmas is about resolving differences and seeing through the petty problems of family life.
He holds out his hand with the bag stuck to it. Ellen pulls the bag off and stuck to her hand.
Yeah, and it's about my mother accusing your mother of buying cheap hot dogs and your mother accusing my mother of waxing her upper lip, and they stopped speaking for 3 years.
Your mother waxes her upper lip?
She has for years.
Sure doesn't show.
Clark peels the sweater off and tosses it on the table. It's stuck to his hand, and he tries to throw it again. The sweater goes nowhere.
Do you want to play Ellen?
No. Challenge me, woman.
Do you really want to listen to my father and your father go at it over who suffered the most during the war?
It's all part of it, Ellen. You take the good with the bad.
The damage is done. They're all coming, but just be aware that it's not going to be all sweetness and light, especially since my dad had his back operation.
Ellen takes the bag, puts it between her legs, pulls her hand free, and the bag's stuck to her knees.
He's extremely touchy about it.
No problem. Nothing's going to spoil this Christmas.
Clark puts the sweater in his mouth and pulls it off with his hands. He shakes his head. The sweater stuck to his face.
Not even your dad.
What?
Not even your dad.
Exterior house later, the lights are out. Interior bedroom, Clark and Ellen are in the bed.
How about a little home shopping?
Clark, it's so late.
Can I just thumb through your catalog?
Ellen laughs as Clark pulls her to him.
I'm gonna use that line later.
Okay, if I can go through yours first.
They're in the bedroom. It opens and Audrey peeks in.
Ooh, what a big catalog this year.
All the better to serve you with.
Clark and Ellen are under the covers.
What's this?
You're in the sporting goods section.
Close up of Audrey. She has no idea what they're talking about.
Oh, sick. What are you guys doing?
Interior bedroom in the bed. And Ellen pops up from under the covers. Clark looks up in alarm. Ellen leaps from the bed.
Ellen, your hand.
It's too late. The power of Ellen's leap from the bed, Clark to the floor by his undershorts. He screams as she crashes to the floor.
Smash is dying. Smash is dying to say something.
Okay. What's up?
What? What?
They were innuendos for sex, Dan.
Yeah,
I don't know if you caught that, but like that's what that was about.
I want to explore your catalog.
The sporting section.
Yeah, back, Dan. Come
This
on.
is the era of Sears.
Can I tell you?
Sears Roebuck.
Like that's
Can I
what
tell
they
you?
had.
And I think Shanda,
No. Like, oh. Also, this isn't in the film.
No, it's not, but it was written in the script. So, like, think about that. And I think, Shanda, you can probably agree or disagree, but look at the film and look at the funnier it got. Like, all they had to say, they switched it from all of this and just cut it down to, oh man, there's a lot of sap, and then cuts to him trying to tear out catalog cards in the bed, and they're stuck to his hand. Yep. Comedy genius. Like, that's like, you could cut out all of this and still get the same effect, and the scenes are like, what, 5 minutes?
Also, in the 80s, apparently lights were very expensive. Why wouldn't you just do the whole tree?
That's a good point. We always did. So I don't know what they did in the 80s.
Like, could you imagine not doing the back? Like, how do you even string a tree without you just like?
That's what I was thinking.
You go,
Shannon, what is that? So when you're doing a script reading like this, Shannon, when you're doing a script reading and you're in there and you're reading this stuff, how often is there this level of a discrepancy between what happens on the screen versus what you read?
Believe it or not, it happens really often that they'll either like minimize a specific scene or they'll completely cut it out altogether because the story will still flow. So it's actually pretty common for this to happen.
I'm just floored right now because I've seen this movie so many times and I've never read the script, obviously. And like, what a difference. This entire scene is so fundamentally different on paper versus what happens on the screen. I'm having a rough time. I'm having a rough time with it. Like, John Hughes is an icon of mine. John Hughes is an icon. I love the man. Great scriptwriter, right? I hate what he wrote on this page right now. Like,
Everyone needs an editor, man.
But look at it this way too. So Dan, look at it this way. He is a great writer. He puts together these great stories. He didn't direct this one, but like, he produced it. It was a big part of it. So I think if anything, this helps strengthen how great of a filmmaker he was, because think about it. All of these jokes don't really fit Chevy Chase's style.
Yeah.
Now, it was written for Chevy Chase, but clearly you didn't have the same style of comedy Chevy Chase did. So that's an incredible amount of trust they gave to this actor. I think we lost Shanda.
Oh, we lost Shanda.
She didn't like your question.
Maybe.
Maybe Shake's not the only one who fucking doesn't like this script.
I'm sorry. It's a case where like I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt.
You're good. Hey, nobody's upset with you.
I didn't like the movie period, so imagine how I'm feeling.
The scene in the movie is comedic genius, and the scene on the paper is so clunky. And like, as somebody who I would venture a guess knows a lot about dialogue, like, what a difference. And I guess Chevy Chase and I can't remember what's the actress name that plays Ellen, Mick.
Beverly D'Angelo.
Yeah, like, just they made it happen? ? And so, Chanda, do you do that? Is it like you see it on the page and you're like, no, it can be better?
A lot of the times, especially with people that have like that comedic value, sometimes they'll just kind of improv and take over the scene and kind of do it the way that they like feel the scene. And that's kind of how it plays out. And sometimes it's even better than what's written. So I think that was the case in this as well.
Thank you. That's it. Like,
yeah,
on film it's so much better. Like, I didn't like that.
So Dan, I just want to say thank you so much for coming out tonight, Slater and Waldorf. I really appreciate you guys just being here.
Hey, how's it going?
I can't wait till Dan has to say some really unhinged things as cousin Eddie.
Yes!
And I'm like,
There's no way they didn't get even more unhinged.
Oh no, it's going to be. He's gonna go to jail, basically.
Yes. All right, you want to pick up a close-up Christmas calendar, and then we'll go from there.
Pick up.
It's page 24 or 22. 22.
Christmas calendar. Sort of conceals each date behind the paper door. So it's an advent calendar. We're going to call it that at this point. We're going to loop down. It's the daytime in Chicago. We're outside an office building, outside a high rise. Now we're on the interior of the building. We're at the coffee station. Clark and his co-worker Bill Burke are standing by the coffee station, sipping coffee, chatting.
You'll be looking at a nice fat Christmas bonus this year, huh? From what I hear, you have an excellent shot at being named Food Additive Designer of the Year.
Nah.
I'm not kidding. What's the new thing you have for the food and drug?
Non-nutritive cereal varnish crunch enhancer. It seals the cereal to prevent the milk from penetrating it.
Ew. Oh my God, that's TSP. That's literally the thing they put in fucking all the cereal. I don't want to try potassium sulfate or some shit. That's fucking hilarious. Anyway,
the big question is, what are you gonna do with the big fat check of yours? Blow it on yourself? I hope.
Me? Heck no. Take a look at this.
He removes a worn color brochure from his inside jacket pocket and hands it to Bill. Insert brochure. An ecstatic all-American family frolicking in the in-ground swimming pool and spa. Close-up Bill. He pursues the brochure, sufficiently impressed.
You're getting a pool?
Close-up Clark, proud smile. Interior, another corridor. Close-up, feet and flying wedge of black wingtips march down the hall. Interior office corridor, coffee station. Clark admires the brochure over Bill's shoulder.
It's my Christmas present for Ellen and the kids. I'm going to turn the old homestead into our own private summer resort.
Boy, what's that going to set you back?
Can't put a price on happiness, Bill. Plenty, but with the bonus check that's coming, it's covered. I went ahead and I put $7,500 deposit down, so they'll start work as soon as the ground thaws. With the heater, we can be in that thing by May.
I guess you're the last true family man. Me? Christmas is a big pain in the ass. I get sore from all the fake smiling I have to do for the 5 days. People I hate. I had the perfect holiday last year. Piled the kids in the car, drove by my sister's house, blew the horn, and threw the gifts on the lawn.
Cool.
You're a sentimental guy, huh?
Yeah, very. What's Christmas anyway? Economic high colonic.
Jesus.
Economic what?
Economic high colonic. The colonic is when they clean out your ass.
Oh yeah, like clearing out your.
Yep.
They make it poop, Chris. They make it poop.
Just call it coleslaw.
I thought that was called an enema. My bad. Interior office corridor, close-up feet. The marching wingtips around the corner. Camera rises to see Frank W. Shirley at the point of two young men off his shoulders and a few steps back. Shirley is a stern, stone-faced man in the middle-aged. His minions are young, clean MBAs. They march with military precision and serious purpose. The men stop suddenly.
No action lines on this. Let's just go dialogue.
Clem?
Okay.
Clark,
nice to see you. Get back to work.
That's Bill, sir. My name's Clark.
Who asked?
Pardon me?
Are you the one who was working on the nutritive cereal varnish?
Yes, sir.
I'm giving a speech to a trade group, and I'd like to mention it. Write up a brief summary and have it on my desk by the end of the day.
My pleasure.
Layman terms, none of the inside bullshit jargon that nobody understands.
Yes, sir. Mr. Shirley, we got your Christmas card the other day, and my family and I are flattered that you remembered us.
Don't forget my speech, Bill.
I won't, sir. He may not be the warmest guy in the world, but at least he's fair and he signs the checks. All right, let's scroll through that into
Tons of shopping.
And
Shopping. General revelry.
And we're back.
Cleavage, move up to.
Cleavage.
Clark is surprised by the lingerie section at Victoria's Secret.
Am I playing woman?
No, Chris is playing woman.
Oh, I'm supposed to be the woman?
Yeah, you're the extra characters.
Can I tell you something?
That's a
For your wife, girlfriend?
I guess it wouldn't be the Christmas shopping season if the stores were less hotter than they are. It's warm in here, isn't it?
You have your coat on.
Do I? Sure I do. How did that happen?
Because it's cold out?
Could be.
So you're looking at something?
You know,
yeah, he was.
Excuse me?
Gun shit.
Your son died.
Gesundheit.
Is that how you spell that?
Yep.
Do you want me to take anything out for you?
I was just looking at something for my mother, my wife, and obviously she doesn't wear underwear, and there's plenty of shopping days left until adultery. Christmas, Yuletide, Yule, as in Yule, not a log. I didn't mean log. I don't have a log. I mean, I do, but not in that sense. But you think I think I said, which I said, but not meaning what I said when I said it. In other words, I'm late, and you've been helpful and busty, and I mean, I've enjoyed talking to you and about my log, and boy, tis ever season to be huge. Mary, yeah.
That's my name.
Huh?
Merry
Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Let's keep it rolling. You lift up, so she lifts up her shirt to show the underwear that she has on, and she has a very sexy leg.
Oh my God!
Keep going.
I would not do that. I'm sorry. My Mary would not do that.
This Mary does.
And I'd like to know where in the script it says she has a very sexy leg.
I know. That's right.
I was going to be reading for her tonight, so they know what's up.
All right. So start off with Mary. These are cut high on the hip.
These are cut high on the hip.
You can just roll
something very similar. Can you see the line?
Oh yeah. Can you see the line, Russ?
Good, Dad.
Boy, did I get a lot of shopping done. And funny looking gal back there was so helpful. Funny looking. Oh, sorry, you go.
Funny looking.
That wasn't fair to me. Unusual looking, so tall and skinny and top heavy. The wide hips, the narrow waist, the really big eyes and lips, and then her cheekbones are any higher. Gee whiz, she'd have to open her mouth and put in her contacts. But she was nice, and she knew underpants, and that's all that was important, Russ.
Underpants.
Dad, she was cover girl material.
Yeah, for like a medical journal. Gee, I hope I remember where I parked the car, the old Dexter Truckster.
Dad.
Keep moving, Russ.
But Dad.
He rushed. Oh, yeah, and then you can read the shit. Gloss over. Put us where we're at.
Oh, sorry. My bad. He pushes Rusty through the door and takes a look back at Mary. Interior lingerie department, Clark's point of view. She waves to him. Interior of the store, ladies close up. Clark, a nervous smile. He turns and walks through the door as it closes, and he read a brass sign, ladies. There's a collective shriek and a pair of sharp slaps, and the beat of Rusty and Clark walk out. Their hair is messed up. They both rub their stinging cheeks. Exterior Griswold house morning, a clear, bright Saturday morning, in fact. Ellen's at the kitchen table filling out Christmas cards, and she's looks up from her work and she has a troubled look. Some dreadful feeling grips her. Ominous music comes up. Interior, Audrey's room. She's struck by the same uneasy feeling and looks up from the gift that she's wrapping. Interior in the family room, Rusty's watching TV. He has the feeling come over him, and he hits mute button on the TV. Interior in the master bedroom, Clark's trying on a Santa's beard, and it's taking the same awful feeling. He slowly removes the beard and with the look of terror on his face. They're inside their foyer. Ellen walks over to the kitchen and says all this other shit. They close up on Clark. They're frightened at looking at the front door. They're inside the foyer of the front door. They're moving in. It closes up on Clark. Cautiously approaching the door as Clark turns the doorknob. He's trembling. You see the door of the front porch opens. Clark gets the grandparents to open arms, and here we go.
All right, so here we go. We're going to do no action on this. We're just going to start off. So, folks, Merry Christmas.
Clarky, sweetheart.
How you doing, boy? Oh, that's not me.
Oh, no, that was my mistake.
Are you ready, Jason? You want to say that line? Go ahead.
I can clock in at 8 or clock out at 8. It's fine. How you doing, boy?
Can't complain, Dad.
Clarky, sweetheart, how are you? Oprah did a show on a skinny woman. Did you see it? If your mom feeds you better, you might put on some height. Since when are you wearing eye makeup? The curly hair makes Audrey look too old. Do you know this mole on my neck has changed color? Dad says it hasn't, but I think it has. And no idea what you do get for Christmas. You have 2 of everything. And when you go shopping, remember to get Clark Senior rolled oats. We don't care for TV in the morning. We prefer the radio. I bought my old sewing machine, and if you get the time, maybe you can fix it up for Ellen. Do you still have that rusty taste in your tap water? You're not seeing that girls yet, are you? You still like puzzles? Art wants to put his car in the garage. He didn't have the garage last time he was here. To put our automobile to have it out of the elements. It smells stale in here. You're working too hard, aren't you? This might be Dad's last Christmas. Don't spend all your time with Art. Dear, you look tired. I have a very painful spur on my heel bone. I had a nightmare that you talked to Clark into making us sleep in the bunk beds.
That was great.
Wow.
Amazing.
Art, it's your turn. Here comes the best part. It's dark blue.
So I hope that you changed it. I was running out of color options to designate the different roles. So
I guarantee he did not. But
Harry, welcome to corporate America.
Oh boy, here we go. This is going to be amazing. Musical chairs.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Wait, what the hell's going on?
I'm here.
Tim
Who's
had
Art?
to get closer to read.
I'm Art.
You're Art.
Oh, I'm Art. Okay. Dear sweetheart, give me a big kiss. I beat Griswold here, so you'll tell Clark. I'm parking the Lincoln in the garage. What's your hot water situation? They drained a pint of fluid from my lower back. Lift with your knees, never with your back. You better salt your walk before somebody breaks their skull. You could use a little paint on your porch. I beat your dad by a good half second, so I'm taking the garage space. How come you didn't put cones on your rose bushes? I'm not sleeping in any damn bunk beds. Hey, pal, you got a kiss for Gramps? Give me an Eskimo kiss, kiddo. Your dad's still trying to turn you into a fairy? My back's killing me. I lost 2 inches in height over the ride here. Whoever shovels your walk out to be tired. Whoever shovels your walk out to be tired and fellered. You're looking for a lawsuit. Since I bought the Lincoln, it's going to be a light year for gifts. You might mention to your dad not to ruin another holidays with this cornball jokes. You know how much they wanted for 1-bedroom condo in St. Peter? They tried to bend me over for $1,500. Jump off your roof and land on your back, 11. The pain I am enduring. Your mom's put on some weight, huh? Does your pharmacy offer a senior discount? Grandma said you're dating fellas. We're gonna have to take a walk. You look wary. I'm on a low sodium diet, so your mother's eating a lot of fish. The heart, it's not doing what it used to do. Don't try and save a nickel on heat. I like it 72. I need a lot of moisture in the air. I have a sinus condition.
Merry Christmas, son. It's good to see you. Hi there, sweetheart. You look just so lovely. Are you getting prettier or is my eyesight improving? I ran in Don Mattingly the other day, and you know what he said? Don't back up. Get it? Your dad can't be in as much pain as he likes us to believe. If he's in so much pain, he ought to be in the hospital where folks are immune to complaining. Don't stick us in those bunk beds again, Clark. I don't have the strength to boost your mom up on top anymore. Looks like the mosquitoes bites turned into molehills. I talked to your grandpa, Art, and he said he doesn't want any sympathy for his back. I'll lay you odds, Art. I'll lay you odds, Art. Couldn't get a good enough deal on the Florida condo to go south for the holidays. See if the two of us can't talk your mother out of making cookies this year. You're not listening to that devil music, are you? What do you want old Santa to bring you this year? Don't short us on towels this year. We like a late breakfast and an early dinner. Do you remember Fred Lorraine? He sold a humorous story to the Reader Digest, made $10. Don't fill us with the cheese like last time. Do you have a good mall where Mom and I can go take an indoor walk?
Jesus.
Oh, my sweet girl, you look so haggard. Are you making her do heavy work? I nearly left your father over his back thing. He's unbearable. I clipped an article for you in our paper about disease and open mouth kissing. Are you getting enough fresh air and sunshine? Your dad drives like a lunatic. Has Nora aged? Poor thing. I didn't want to ask, but has she gone deaf? All the boys in our neighborhood have after-school jobs. They say pizza is very high in sodium. I'm going to need my hair done, but I'm not going to your place again. Not after that polish gal scalded my scalp. If Dad needs a rub down, you have no color in your cheeks. Ellen has no color in her cheeks. I hope you'll dress up nice on Christmas.
So I just want to point out that when they say the words white people problems, all of that dialogue is what they meant. 100%.
That's easy to deal with.
Listen. Not if you're white. Have you ever seen an infomercial?
I just want to mention though that I've had every single one of those conversations with my grandparents.
Yeah, your mosquito bites have turned into molehills.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your mother's probably said that.
This script is like one giant shit white people said. So it's kind of
sounds like talking to my mother.
And mine. All right, Chris, do you want to pick it up from after the conversations?
As they arrive.
He is muted, and he doesn't know. Thank God this isn't a podcast.
Sorry,
Chris, you're totally muted.
My bad.
You're all good.
As they arrive, they exit up the stairs in Masayaki all the way, leaving Clark, Ellen, Audrey, and Rusty standing stock still. So I don't know why I went like I'm wearing clogs or something. I don't know. It's a thought of tornado passed through. Close up, Ellen. Her face is frozen. Her eyes fixed up in a stare. Close up, Audrey. She's wearing an identical catatonic expression. Her hair's messed up. Close up, Rusty. The same expression. He has large, distinct lipstick print on his cheek. Close up of Clark. He comes to his senses. He smiles.
This is what Christmas is all about. It's going to be great. I'll be outside for a few hours.
Exits to the front door, leaving his stunned family alone. The exterior, Clark's house, garage. It's a little later. The garage door opens and the Clarks come out carrying an extension ladder. Rusty follows with a huge carton of lights and decorations. Clark and Rusty are wearing their winter gear. Clark leans the ladder against the house. Rusty sets the carton down.
All right, skip the action on the dialogue. We're going to have the best looking house in town, Russ.
That's a lot of lights, Dad.
If I'm out in the cold and I'm committed to decorating the house, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to do it big. You want something you can be proud of, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure you do.
You're not going to overdo it, are you, Dad?
When have I ever overdone it? When have I ever overdone something?
Clark gives a tug on the straw on a strand pulling 3-foot ball tangled lights from the carton. It's the exterior Todd and Margot's house. They're in the driveway. They exit their house, noticing Clark on the ladder. They're dressed for an evening out.
I hope he falls and breaks his neck.
He'll fall for sure, but we're not lucky enough to have him break his neck.
We cut back to the exterior of the Griswold house. Todd and Marco's point of view, it's daytime. Clark's climbing the ladder, dragging a strand of lights behind him. As he gets to the top of the ladder, it collapses, sending Clark crashing to the ground. They were exterior of the Chester's house, close up. Todd and Margot, they're irritated and fussy.
Man, I thought our home ownership saved us from this. There should be some sort of ordinance from permitting outdoor lights.
If we can't keep kids and dogs out of the neighborhood, we're not going to prevent Christmas lights.
We cut to the exterior of the Griswold house. Clark resets the ladder against the house. He climbs back up and begins stapling light strands to the roof. We're back to the interior and family room. Clark Sr. and Art asleep in the wing chairs. They're snoring. Nora and Francis are watching a Christmas parade on TV as they construct and prefab gingerbread house. They have to speak up against the loud snoring.
If you keep eating the shingles, we won't have any left for the roof.
They're stale anyway.
Is that the fellow from Jeopardy?
I don't know. It's the sports guy who's married to the news gal with the drinking problem.
The left side of the house is partly decorated. Clark is 20 feet above the ground, stringing lights under the eaves. He reaches over a secured strand. The ladder tilts from his weight, and one leg lifts off the ground. Encumbered by the lights and the stapler, Clark struggles to get both his feet off the ladder and back on the ground. As he leans into the house, he accidentally staples his sleeve to the roof. He temporarily stabilizes him. He's free himself and pulls his sleeve and the staple loose. This upset his balance, tilting Clark and the ladder back away from the house. Right before he crashes backwards into a tree, he grabs the partially stapled strand of lights and uses it as a safety line to pull himself up from the ladder, back up to the house. Interior/exterior master bedroom light. Through the bedroom window, he faces the street. We see Clark struggling with the ladder, holding on for dear life to a strand of lights as he slowly pulls himself in the ladder, crashes back into the house, and Clark into the window. Exterior of the garage, nighttime now. Rusty comes out of the garage carrying a 6-foot-tall plastic Santa.
Dad, where do you want this Santa?
Just put it on the lawn. Skip action. Just put it on the lawn.
Dad, I couldn't find the 8 tiny reindeer.
I think they're in the basement, Russ. You go right to Audrey.
Okay.
Ellen and Audrey making dinner. So I got Audrey.
Would it be indecent to ask grandparents to stay at a hotel? Can we at least forbid them to answer the phone? Alexander called me this morning, and Grandpa Clark said I couldn't come to the phone because I was going to the bathroom.
We're all making sacrifices, Audrey.
Everybody? Are you sleeping with your brother? Do you know how sick and twisted that is?
Don't be so dramatic.
Mom, I have nightmares about what he does in his own bed alone.
Honey, I don't know what to say except that it's Christmas. We're all in misery.
We cut to the exterior of the house. Clark continues crawling along the spine of the house, and he loses his footing on a patch of ice, sending him sliding down the roof, face first.
Harry, holy hell!
He grabs the gutter and slides past. His body jackknifes over the eaves. Interior of the master bedroom, Clark's body slams into the house, and he knocks a picture off the wall in the bedroom. Exterior of the house, close-up of Clark. It's nighttime. He's dangling from the gutter. He looks to the side. Clark's point of view, the ladder's several feet away. It's resting on the gutter. We cut to a wide angle. The gutter's feet away. Several feet away from the house. Clark is dangling, moving cautiously toward the ladder, which is still rest against the moving gutter. He begins inching towards the ladder, sliding his gloves along the gutter. It begins to tear loose from the house. sending the ladder crashing into the lawn. We close up of the gutter. It's filled solid with ice. The ice shoots out of the gutter like a spear. We cut to the interior, Todd and Margot's living room. The ice spear crashes through the side window and impales their stereo. We cut to the inside or the outside of the Clark's house. Clark is holding on to the gutter and he continues to tear loose. He realizes that the lower roof is just below his feet. He lets go of the gutter, letting him stand on the lower roof. He stands for a beat, feeling secure. Suddenly, his feet slide out from under him. He hits the roof on his stomach, shoots off like a rocket, and disappears into a cloud of snow into the brushes below. The front door opens the moment he lands. We're on the front porch.
I got it.
Clark, dinner's ready.
I'll be right in.
I was streaming it.
Art's coming up.
Sorry. Cut to the interior of the kitchen. Close-up dishwasher. Later, Grandma's head closes the door and turns it on. Insert the close-up of the coffee machine. Grandma's hand pours water into the coffee machine. The refrigerator. Freshly wrapped leftovers are placed on the shelf, and the door closes. Now, front lawn. Clark, Ellen, Audrey, Rusty, Clark Sr., Nora, Art, Francis are all standing on the front lawn. Clark's worn and tattered from his efforts. His enthusiasm and excitement is unbatted, holding 2 extension cords, ready to plug them.
Want to hurry up with this, Clark? I'm freezing my baguettes off.
Baguettes.
My baguettes off.
Are you ready? 250 strands of lights, 100 individual bulbs per strand, for a grand total of 25,000 individual miniature imported Italian twinkle lights. 25,000.
I hope no one I know drives by and sees me standing in the yard staring at my house.
If they know your dad, they won't think anything of it.
Fire it up, Dad.
I dedicate this house to the Griswold family Christmas. Drum roll, please.
No.
Drum roll. Dad, Mom. Joy to the world.
The Lord has
more
come.
enthusiastic. He holds up the plug at the outlet. It's a great drama for a second. Crashing cymbal joins them. Their exterior of the house. The point of view, the house was dark. The exterior family continuing their drum roll, dampened by somewhat. Clark plugs the cords, gives them a twist, revs up the drums, and again joins the extension cord. It's nothing. The drums peter out. Clark continues.
What's up, Phil?
My eyes are all fucked up right now. But a lower volume and an angry tone, he plugs and unplugs the cords a couple of times. Hi, Phil. Happy holidays.
Art, you're up. Thank you, Phil.
B-E-A, beautiful, Clark.
Boy, talk about tinkling your money away. I hope you kids see what a silly waste of resources this was.
You worked really hard, Grandma.
So do washing machines, but they don't make very good fathers.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It's probably a bad bulb, son. If one goes out, the whole thing doesn't work.
Sorry, Dad.
Good try, Dad.
Clark, we'll be inside, honey. Don't stay out too late. You have work in the morning.
You're up, Chris.
Sorry, buddy. My eyes are playing games with me right now.
She leaves a nearly despondent Clark and slips away into the house before he explodes.
Whatever, take it.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm kidding. Interior, Todd and Margot's house, the living room. They've returned home. Todd's looking at the broken window. Margot's looking at the trash stereo system.
Something had to break the window. Something had to hit the stereo.
And why is the carpet all wet?
I don't know, but I'll bet 11 that asshole had something to do with it. I'll bet.
That was a PDF transfer issue.
Hold up.
No, that was a PDF transfer issue. Okay, I spent like 12 hours on this script all together, and it still looked like garbage.
Listen, he's from finance.
That's what it is.
If I see ones, they are ones because I know numbers.
He's math. I'm Smash.
Well, then we'll just
I'll
have to deal with
bet
it.
that asshole had something to do with it.
You guys are silly. All right, Chris, you are up. Exterior house, Clark Knight.
Yeah, where is it? He sets the ladder against the house and it begins to climb. We cut to the interior of the house, series of shots. Nora, Clark Sr., they're in Audrey's double bed. The debris is all over the room. Medicines, trousers, clothing, suitcases. The room humidifier spewing out.
Mom.
Nora's snoring softly. Clark Sr.'s reading a teen fashion magazine with a flashlight. I almost said flashlight. God damn it. Interior family.
Different, Chris. That's different. That's your bedroom.
Oh, God.
Rusty and Audrey are sleeping on high.
Oh God.
She's on her back too. Damn. Awake. Rusty has his arm around her, his face against her ear. She pushes her arm away from her, like replaces. She groans.
Get
All right.
off me, fungus.
All right, we're gonna skip this part because this part was cut anyway. So let's pick it up. Let's pick it up with Clark, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Hello,
Clark's on
Ellen?
his hands and
Somebody?
pushing the attic stairs. He doesn't budge. It's locked tight.
Yeah. Hello, Ellen? Somebody?
We're
Help!
in the foyer. There you go.
Dad, is Clark coming?
You are.
Art.
How the hell would I know?
Was he in the house?
If he's not up on the ladder farting around with the lights, he must be in the house.
I'm sure he wants to go to lunch and shopping with us.
You got another car he can drive? Me? I have to eat so I can take my back pill.
This one's you, Chris.
We cut to the interior attic day. Clark works his way down the attic, heading to a small window on the other end. There's a narrow walkway with boards across the joists that run from one end of the attic to the other, except for this walkway. The floor is unfinished and consists only of joists and installation. Close up on the floorboards, loose planks. Clark's foot steps down the end of the plank. It sinks under his weight. We're in the attic. Clark, anticipating that he's going to get hit in the face with a loose board, quickly steps back. The board he stepped back onto flies up and smacks him in the back of the head. The impact throws him forward to the first board, which flips up and slugs him in the face. We're cut to the exterior. Art and Francis get in the Taurus. We're back to the exterior and also the interior. He's pressed up against a small, dirty attic window. He look at defeat and resignation on his face. We are looking at the point of view far below. The Taurus pulls away and heads down the street. We're looking in the close-up of Clark. In the attic, he watches sadly as the Taurus disappears down the street. He sighs in utter defeat. He glances at the side and notices that the window is ringed with his imported twinkle lights. He reaches up into his shirt pocket with a new bulb, opens a tiny window, reaches out to test the bad bulb. We cut to the men's department store. Clark Sr. and Nora are at the counter.
I don't see anything wrong with getting Rusty an air rifle. That's what he wants.
Ellen said no. You heard her.
All right, Clarky had one when he was a boy.
And he put all the windows out in the garage and you threw it away. No, I think he'll be just as thrilled with a manicure set.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing more important to a young fella than well-groomed fingernails. It should be.
And the set includes a nifty toenail clipper.
That's a heck of a nice deal, especially in the summer.
Depression era. So great.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did it again, didn't I?
You're all good, dude.
Clark comes back down from the attic in the window. He's returning the failed bulbs into his pocket. He reaches the boards and whacked him earlier. He gingerly steps on both boards, balancing for a moment. Suddenly, the boards fly up to either side of Clark, smacking him both front and back. We go down to the bedroom. It's the ceiling, the plaster cracks under the weight of Clark's feet, leaving an approximate shape of a human footprint in the ceiling. There's more cracked footprints in the ceiling. Clark's rummaging through boxes looking for his coat. He finds nothing and crosses with another stack of boxes. He continues rummaging through another box, comes up with an old wool scarf. He looks at it to a small degree of satisfaction. We're looking at the interior. Rusty, there's the girly poster above the top bunk. Clark's feet suddenly break through the ceiling to tear through the poster. Clark sunk to his knees in the attic floor, a pair of legs standing on the top bunk. Now we're at the ladies' accessories department. Art and Francis are at the counter discussing the gift for Audrey.
Doesn't Audrey have a purse and gloves?
This is for when she dresses up. We'll have them monogrammed.
$110? Forget about it. Let's go back to the toy section and get her that loom.
All right, this before we start that, the next one is where I'm just going to kind of talk it through because this is a lot of action. So Clark is, of course, sitting. He's watching old movies. They come in, pull the thing. He falls down. Funny. Watch the movie. It's great. And then they get into all and then you want to pick up on interior neighbor's house living room night. It's on page 51.
Here we go.
Can we
Todd
get an update?
Todd and Margot have returned home from the
I'll get on that.
They dressed in the best winter running fashions.
When do we want to do the update, Mick, guys, before I start?
I will do it right now. We're still 5:25. We're sitting at 25:25. Guys, this is a great cause, all for lunch. I want to appreciate everybody who donated so far. You can still donate. You can still donate $10 and tell us what accent you want us to go with. We'll spin the wheel, but please give to this great organization doing great work. It's for All for Lunch, which is trying to eliminate school lunch debt all around. Sturdy and I believe in this big time, helps out kids. So please, if you would donate. Sturdy, you have anything you want to add, man?
Kids shouldn't have to pay for lunch. I don't care how rich or how poor their parents are. Our child shouldn't have to pay to eat. That's messed up. That's fucked up. Prisoners get free lunches and children don't. Think about that. America, fix it. Wake up.
I will say, I think I've nailed 3 accents already accidentally in this. So if you want any accent, I'll throw it out there.
And you did great.
I went to Jersey like 4 times on accent. I don't even know how I did it.
You did good.
All right.
No, you want to get mad.
It's all the circles.
I think Grandpa Todd's going to take over. All right. I want to take off these clothes and sit in the dark with a glass of wine and kiss every square inch of your body.
This is PG-13, math.
It was 1989.
After your shower, of course.
Of course.
So in the movie, she says it though. She's like, they're lucky they changed that. I don't know if
in 1989 it would have been fine. It would have been fair.
After you shower.
Chris, I'll let you take this one, and we'll once we get some more dialogue, we'll skip the stuff.
Clark plants a floodlight in front of a Santa Claus and a plastic reindeer, and a sign announced "Merry Christmas" is glittering in plastic letters. We close up on Clark. He feels a degree of satisfaction with his new decoration, even though the lights on the house are still out of order. The exterior porch, Ellen comes out the front door. She closes the door, steps down from the porch.
Clark, are you out here for a reason, or are you just avoiding the family?
No, but I still have a few hundred more light bulbs to check. In the meantime, at least I can light up the manger and Santa Claus and 8 tiny reindeer and the Merry Christmas sign. That should look pretty good. Ready?
Do you want me to do the drum roll thing?
No, it's okay. Here goes nothing. I don't understand it. The house lights don't work. The floodlights don't work.
Is it plugged in?
Do you honestly think I'd check thousands of tiny little lights if I wasn't sure the extension cord was plugged in?
I'm sorry.
No, are we skipping this too?
Nora steps into the garage. She hits the light switch. They're inside the bedroom. Todd and Margot are sitting on their king-size bed in the dark. Todd in his shorts. Margot's T's wearing a second robe. They clink glasses and kiss. The moment their lips touch and the room flooded with light, we cut back to the Clark's house. It's a spectacular sight. The home edition of Disneyland Electric Parade. The lights in the panorama dim and the house sucks power. It's a spinning blur. A male hand slaps the button marked auxiliary nuclear on. We're now in the garage. Nora crosses to the refrigerator in the garage and takes out a carton of milk. We are now in the yard. Clark and Ellen. Clark, blasted with light, continues to fiddle with the extension cords, unaware that the lights are on. Ellen's jaw drops.
Clark.
Just a second, honey. I think I know what's wrong.
We're in the garage. Nora crosses back to the door. She turns off the lights. Close up. The electrical meter slows down. Margot and Todd climb off the bed and charge to the front window. Lights go off. Margot and Todd, temporarily blind, they crash into the table. It's now dark outside the Griswold house. Clark turn the lights back on, sweetheart. I can't see. He looks up slowly, puzzled. Ellen rushes out to the garage, hits the light switch, and looks at the plug. Now we're at the neighbor's house in their bedroom. The lights go back on. Todd and Margot are hopping around the room, holding their banged shins. The wine bottles fall into the floor, along with the cheese and crackers and the caviar, the fruit, the flowers, the vase, the water. It's a terrible mess. Made all worse by the screaming. Bright light flooding into the room. The lights are back on. Clark yells,
Ellen, I fixed it.
She allows the extension cord to unplug, plug it in. She's puzzled. He's still yelling.
Everybody out, quick, look at the lights.
Art and Clark Sr. run into the family room. The grandmother's in the kitchen. Todd has cheese, fruit, wine bottle, vase, and flowers on the table he's carrying out of the room.
Who's Todd?
No, but there is no, I don't know what happened here. I think it was part of the PDF Gremlins.
Get the towel quick. There's wine all over the carpet. Margot takes off to the bedroom. And now we're back outside. The lights go out. Margot rams into an armoire. Todd takes a header down the stairs. God damn. Art and Clark come out on the porch. Now we're bouncing back and forth. We're back at the other house now.
Yeah,
Ellen comes out of the house. She occurs to her. She thinks at the moment. Clark Sr. and Audrey, Francis, Nora gather on the porch looking at Clark.
All right, cut out the action for you. Nora.
What's he doing, Clark?
I haven't the foggiest.
Damn it. All right. Basically, what's happening here is Clark is trying to get it to work. He can't figure out why it's not working. Everybody's staring on. Ellen is in the garage. She's testing the plugged-in lights, and she finally figures out, because she's the smart one, that it's probably the light switch being off in the garage that's doing it. And she turns it on, and they all stand admiring the lights. Now, Rusty has a line.
Wow, Dad. That's incredible.
And
It's
they go
lovely,
on.
Clark.
Yes, perfect. You deserve a house like this to spend Christmas in.
It's a beaut, Clark.
Dad, you taught me everything I know about exterior electrical illumination. Dear Francis, I hope this adds to your enjoyment of the holidays.
It's wonderful, Clark.
Art, Arthur, Dad, thanks for being here.
Do they know they're muted? Mash and smash.
Oh, you guys are muted. Go ahead, Art.
You got too many damn blue lights.
I know, Art. Thanks for noticing. Eddie.
The house looks real swell, Clark.
Thanks, Eddie. I hope it enhances your holiday spirit. Catherine, dear. Eddie?
Oh, the house is gorgeous, Clark.
Eddie?
I sure hope you didn't do this on our behalf, Clark. You kids get out here and see what Uncle Clark has done to the house.
Eddie? Eddie?
He's baffled.
Eddie?
He looks on his point of view. His biggest commercially available RV backed into his driveway. The door opens and two kids let out, a boy and a girl, Rocky and Ruby Sue, followed by the mixed breed hound Snots jumps out. Rocky 6, Ruby's 5. The kids and dog run across the lawn, close up on Clark. He's stunned and looks at Ellen.
Skip the action. Eddie?
Oh, if you don't remember, oh, this here, that's Rocky.
You got a kiss for me?
Oh, better take a rain check. He's got a lip fungus that they ain't identified yet.
Yikes.
And you remember Ruby Sue?
Oh my gosh, her eyes aren't crossed anymore.
Oh, something, ain't it? Oh, wasn't real well. Eyes go crossed, gets kicked by a mule, they go back to normal. This here is my pride, though. This is my pride, Talizora.
Pretty name, Ed.
Oh, we named her because she's got sinus troubles.
All right, keep it rolling.
Snots, you roll over and let Uncle Croc scratch your belly. No, you never set eyes on a dog like, oh, she's
It's all right, Eddie.
And this one's got a good dog right here.
It's all right, Eddie.
You rub her belly, Clark. You rub her belly, and you'll love her until the day you die.
I really shouldn't. My hands are chapped.
We would have called, but Eddie wanted to make it a surprise.
Clark, you're surprised, right?
Surprised? Eddie, if I woke up tomorrow with a head sewed to the carpet, with my head sewed to the carpet, I couldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
We have plenty of room, plenty of everything, I think.
Oh, Ellen, we're pretty set in the RV. It's a little tight, but we didn't come to impose.
Oh, there's plenty of room.
Quit being so damn polite, Ed. You want to spend the holidays with 4 people jammed toe to nose in our motorhome?
And listen, Clark. Hey, Catherine and me are comfy in there. Maybe you folks wouldn't mind the youngsters shacking up with you after that drive. You know, they're kids. We could use some time together, you know what I mean? Honey, run and get the kids things. And don't forget the rubber sheets and the gerbils. I will say, though, Clark. It's a honey of a tree. Clark, is it a real tree?
Dug it out of the ground myself.
Is that a fact?
He's drinking water, standing under a tree. Clark and Eddie. No, I just want to see where we were. Okay, get out of there.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Clark. Clark, come on, don't take it personal. A little tree water ain't gonna hurt him. Before we left, he drank half a quart of Pennzoil. Boy, when she lifted her leg the next morning.
If he drinks the water out of there, the tree will dry out.
Talizora, get out of there. Get out of there, Talizora. Go to the kitchen, get something to eat. Cute though, isn't she? Isn't she, Clark? Only problem is, listen, she's got a little bit of Mississippi Leghound, okay? If the mood catches her just right, she'll jump right on your leg and take you down, okay? You don't want her messing around if you're wearing short pants, okay? You don't want her messing around. She will tear you up. A word of warning, though, if she starts, just let it go. Just let it go, Clark.
I just can't believe you're actually standing here in my living room. I never thought the day would come.
Oh, I know, man. I'm excited about it, too. It's a crying shame the other kids couldn't make it, though. So we left 2 at home, but I got the daughter in the clinic. She's got to get off the Wild Turkey 101. Even though it's delicious, and, the older boy, bless his soul, prepping for his career.
College?
No. Clark, come on. The carnival. He's going to be
traveling.
I know. I'm proud. He worked last season. Pixie dust spreader on the Tilt-A-Whirl, and he thinks maybe next season he'll be guessing people's weight, or maybe, I don't know. This is crazy, but it's possible. Barking for the Yak Woman. You ever see the Yak Woman?
Sorry to say I haven't.
She's big, grown. Listen, Clark, she's got the horns. You've seen the horns. Ugly as sin, but a real sweet gal and a hell of a good cook.
Can I refill your eggnog, get you something to eat, drive you out in the middle of nowhere, and leave you for dead?
Oh, Clark. Right here? I'm doing fine, Clark. Just glad to be here.
Yeah, so when did you get the tenement on wheels?
Oh, Clark, that tenement? I'm not renting that. I borrowed it. I'm not renting it. You know, my buddy, he took my house. What? Oh, we took his RV. It's a good-looking vehicle, right?
Beautiful. It looks so nice back in the driveway.
It sure does. Don't go falling in love, Clark. When we leave next month, that vehicle right there, that vehicle, it's going with us, Clark. It's going on. You can't keep it, okay?
Next month? You're up, Chris. 64.
Your house is glowing. Neighbors gathered in the street of the adjacent lawns. Several blocks away, the house continues to glow. Clark's house glows in the distance. He's staring at the ceiling. He's bewildered. His point of view, close up the ceiling poster, 2 big feet holes that punch through the bimbo's chest. Close up on Art. He gives up trying to figure out what happened to the poster. He rolls over and settles into the bed. He turns away from the camera, revealing that the back of his head is 2 white plaster dust. It's white with plaster dust. As he pulls the covers around his shoulders, a cloud of dust arises. We go back to the family room. Rocky and Ruby, they're sleeping on the hide-a-bed. Sorry. The cage packed with anxious gerbils rests between them. Rocky smiles, and he's wearing a soft splatter of water or rubber. They move off to the floor, and Rusty and Audrey. Rusty's laying on top of Audrey. She's struggling beneath his dead weight. Clark and Ellen are in bed, awake. Lights are off. The room is illuminated by the outdoor lights.
All right. I'm not complaining. I just don't know how we can have a nice Christmas with Eddie here.
Well, they are sleeping the driveway.
And isn't that a kick in the nuts? How can the house look like anything but a junkyard with his shack on wheels parked in the driveway?
You've never judged anyone by how much or how little they have, Clark.
No, and I never will. If Eddie was rich, he'd be worse.
He'd be worse.
Good night, sweetheart.
Close up to the calendar. Eddie's greasy fingers tears off the door marked December 21st. It reveals a sprig of mistletoe. He leaves the big smudge mark on the calendar. We cut to the exterior of the house, move up from Santa's crushed feet to the house of the RV. The door opens, and Eddie's little snot lets snot out. Snot sniffs the lawn. Mid-morning in the business district. Outside the business office, Clark pokes his head inside. No secretary. He tiptoes in, holding a poinsettia plant. He crosses a door, knocks twice. We're now inside an executive's office, the vast room with the enormous desk. Shirley is seated behind it, having a conversation over the speakerphone.
All right,
Get
skip the action.
up here and have him look over these figures.
Mr. Shirley, Merry Christmas.
What do you want?
It's me, Clark Griswold. I have a gift for you.
Put it over there with the others, Grisball.
By the way, sir, I hope my report helped out at the trade show.
Sure did. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm in the middle of an important call.
You're up, Chris.
I lost it again. Sorry, my shit's fucking rolling wrong again.
68 is the page. Or 67.
I have 67.
Bottom of 67.
Yeah.
Executive office. There we go. Clark turns to put the poinsettia on the sideboard and sees it jammed by the 50 other poinsettias. We're on the highway now. The tourist rolls through a heavily wooded, snow-covered hills. We're at the country sign, and we see a sign. It's a big warning sign that reads, Ashgandagaz State Park. Exterior Slutty Hill at night. A little later, we're parking lot at the the bottom. Warming house outdoor light illuminates the whole. Christophilus carols are playing on the PA. Oh yeah, sure. Carols, Christmas carols. They're playing. They're at the sledding hill at the top of it at night. Charlie, Eddie, Audrey, Rusty, Sue, Rocky. It's like the fucking Power Rangers are at the top of the suburban park sledding hill. They each have saucer sled. Clark's on one knee with his saucer sled upside down on the snow. He's shaking a spray can.
All right. This is a new non-caloric silicone-based kitchen lubricant my company's working on. It creates surface 500 times slippier than any cooking oil. We're really going to fly down the hill with this stuff.
Has anyone ever put that on a sled?
Not that I know of.
Oh, Clark, don't put it on my sled. You know, I got this metal plate right here. Don't put it on my sled.
How could I forget?
I had to have it replaced, Clark, because whenever Catherine revved up the microwave, you know, I pissed my pants. And I forget, I don't know. I forget who I was for about half an hour. Over at the VA, though, they replaced it with a plastic one, and it ain't as strong, but I don't think I ought to be sailing down no hill with nothing between the ground and my brain but a piece of government plastic. And you know what they say about government work, Clark. You know what they say about government work.
Do you think it really matters, Ed?
No, the plate runs under my part, though, Clark. If it gets dented, my hair ain't going to look right.
Let me go first and see how it works.
Oh, yeah, dude. You can go first, but be careful. I mean, you be careful, Clark.
All right, I want to get to the point where if you haven't seen this movie, Clark races downhill at rocket speeds. So what I did was I changed my virtual background to a snowy trail, snowy night trail of where they sled. And this is in Pigeon Creek, Michigan. I did it for the boys. So
yeah, Michigan, baby.
I also live here. I live here too. I'm in the same house.
No, she doesn't count. She doesn't love it here the same way we love it here. Nobody loves Michigan like we love Michigan.
That's fair.
I don't want to hear it, Mrs. Shea.
That is true. I bet there's nobody on this stream right now that loves Michigan the way you two love Michigan.
In July, I'm right up to the brother level, but
I like Motown.
Motown's pretty badass. Motown's badass, but you gotta love it in winter too.
All right, no more Michigan talk because I know where we're going with that. There's nothing to worry about. That.
There we
go. Worst cars ever made for Michigan, though.
Going for a new amateur recreational saucer sled land speed record, Clark W. Griswold Jr. He sets his palms on the snow. Okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna be some kind of wild ride. And then you're up, Chris.
Clark rocks himself back, holds a split second, and pushes off. The sled flies off the peak of the hill. We're now outside on the hill, looking straight down the hill. Clark's sled streaks down the hill, across the flat, and into the dark and beyond. For one moment, he's on top of the hill. The next, he's gone. Now, Eddie and the kids, they're stunned by how fast Clark flew down the hill. Now, Clark's sled sails through the parking lot. He's holding up for dear life. He's screaming all the way. Low and moving, barely missing cars. People jumping out of the way and heading into a Jeep. Clark, he leans back, closes his eyes in anticipation of serious injury. The sled shoots under the Jeep and out. Clark's sled flies out of the parking lot and onto the street. He reappears every few seconds as he passes through the pools of the street lamps. Heavily wooded area, branches, they're breaking, birds are roosed and squawking. There's a charity toy collection box. It's a mess out here. You're sliding, man. All right, we're moving. He's like, oh shit, his eyes wide. Oh fuck.
Oh shit, his eyes.
In the distance, you hear the metal boom, and Clark is impacted.
There you go.
Bingo!
All right, we'll skip ahead. Skip the action. Bill.
Clark. Staying late?
Just finishing up a few things. Last day of the year for me.
Have a really Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too. Did you get your bonus yet?
I just talked to my son. He said a messenger brought a company envelope to the house. I guess it's nothing like waiting until last. Did you get yours?
No.
If it's not at your place already, don't worry. It's on the way.
If I don't get my bonus, I'm in it up to here.
Don't sweat it. It'll come. Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Close up, he's concerned something's gone wrong. We are now to the exterior of the house. The house lights are on. The interior lights are off except for a single light in the kitchen. It's late. We're now in the kitchen. Clark's in his red robe. He's standing at the sink looking out the window. He's lost in a troubled thought. From his point of view, out the window, it's daytime. The pool is in and the kids... Wait, what? The pool is in and the kids are in the water. Okay.
So this is a fantasy scene that happens in the movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Where he's imagining summer and everybody in the pool.
Yeah. We close up on him, big, happy, dreamy smile. From his point of view, Clark and Ellen have joined the fantasy. We close up on Clark again. He slips deeper into his fantasy. The music fades up. His point of view, Mary and the girl from the department store are bouncing and on the diving board. The music's playing. She plays to Clark. She plays to Clark in the kitchen, waving for him to come out. We're now in the exterior. We close up on Clark in the window. He's looking out. It's dark inside. It's light outside. Mary's reflected in the window glass. Clark's in his robe. He shakes his head. No, he's embarrassed. We close up on Mary. Big, sexy smile. She mouths, "Come on." Close up on Clark from the outside. He begs off again. Close up on Mary. She reaches around behind her back and below her frame, unfastens her top. We close up on Clark. He presses his face into the cold glass. We close up on Mary's feet. She kicks off her bathing suit bottom. We close up on Clark. His face is severely pressed into the window as the bathing suit bottoms hit the window.
Oh.
We're in the kitchen. We're at the kitchen door. Ruby Sue appears in the doorway in her pajamas. Rubbing sleepy eyes, she squints. She sees Clark. Her jaw drops. Her point of view, Clark is leaning against the sink with his face pressed on the window. We hear a splash. Exterior swimming pool. Mary surfaces and swims to the ladder. Close up, Clark is straining for a better view. Close up Mary, she begins to rise from the water, and then we back to fucking Ruby Sue in the kitchen. Her eyes are wide and her jaw is slack.
Holy shit, Santa Claus!
We close up on Clark from the outside. It's dark again. Pool fantasy has evaporated. He's startled. He lets out a sharp cry and turns quickly to the window to face Ruby Sue. Ruby Sue approaches Clark.
Skip the action.
Uncle Clark, are you Santa Claus?
Boy, you scared me. No, I'm not Santa Claus. I wish I was. How'd you come? How come you're up, sweetheart?
Bracky bit my thumb.
Huh?
My mom puts bad tasting crap on his thumb so he don't suck it sometimes, and he sucks mine, and he has a bad dream. Sometimes he bites it.
Oh.
Him's nervous because Christmas is almost here.
Excited or nervous?
Shitting bricks.
You shouldn't use that word.
Sorry. He's shitting rocks.
Don't use the S word.
Oh. Him's nervous because he don't know if he's getting nothing.
Are you in school?
First grade.
Good school system. I don't think he should be nervous, and you shouldn't be either, because if you're good, Santa Claus knows it. If you believe in him and you believe in your mom and your dad and you've been good all year, Santa Claus will bring you something.
Sometimes I think all that Santa crap's just bull. He was so real. How come he didn't give us squat last year? We didn't get nothing. We didn't do nothing wrong. We got the shaft.
I know for a fact that Santa Claus is real, and somehow in the next couple of days, I'm going to prove it to you. He comes to this house every year. I've seen him.
That's for true?
Cross my heart. It's a good idea that you come stay with us, isn't it?
I love it here. You don't gotta put your coat on to go to the bathroom, and your house is always parked in the same place.
I think you better get back in bed.
How come you ain't sleeping?
I was just looking for something. Did you ever notice if a man came to the house today to deliver a letter?
Nope. How come?
Just wondering. You go back to bed now, okay?
Okay. You sure you ain't Santa Claus?
I can't even afford to be an elf.
Clark walks back to the kitchen window and looks out. Mary's bathing suit is lying on the frozen ground in the dark and cold, barren backyard. It's the morning now. We're in the kitchen. Rusty, Audrey, Francis, Nora, Clark, Senior, Art, and Ruby Sue, Catherine, Rocky are at the kitchen table. The kitchen looks like an army mess hall. We're in the living room. Clark standing at the window looking out. Ellen walks in.
Aren't you having breakfast?
I'm not really in the mood.
What are you looking at?
The silent majesty of a winter's morn, the clean, cool chill of holiday air, and an asshole in his robe emptying a chemical toilet into my sewer.
She pulls the curtain aside and looks out. From her point of view, Eddie, unshaven, is in his bathrobe, black socks, brown loafers, baseball cap with bare legs and cigarettes, watching over the 4-inch black plastic corrugated hose that runs from the RV across the lawn to the curb and the sewer. Snots is on the rope anchored to the manager. The Santa, busted reindeer, and assorted trash bags are piled up on the curb. Eddie takes a drag of a cigarette, spits, and looks to the window. He notices Clark and Ellen in the window. He smiles and waves. We cut back to the window. Limp, forced smiles and waves. Both of them, their perspective. Eddie yells to them.
Oh, that shitter was full.
Ellen's mouth sheepishly, and Clark sighs.
Have you checked our shitter, Sonny?
Clark, please. He doesn't know any better.
He oughta. No, that's illegal. It's a storm sewer. It fills up with gas. Pity the person who lights a match within 10 yards.
And we're back on the front porch. Todd comes to the front door in sweats. He's on his way for a run. He notices a strange odor. He looks at Clark's house. The RV is in the drive. Snot's tied to the manager. Eddie sees Todd. He waves.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Close up on Todd. He's shocked.
All right, skip dialogue on this. Go to Ellen.
You know, Clark, I have this terrible suspicion that he and Catherine don't have any presents for their kids. Rocky said something about Eddie telling him that Santa wasn't coming this year.
Ruby Sue said something like that last night. How could they not have anything for their kids?
Eddie's been out of work for close to 7 years.
In 7 years, he couldn't find a job?
Catherine says he's holding out for a management position.
Jeez, what a worm.
Oh, management position.
Keep it rolling into Clark. How's the live bait business, Ed?
No, come on, Clark. I can't complain. How are you doing?
Not that good, actually.
Your company killed all them people in India not too long ago?
No, we missed out on that one. You're pretty well set so far for as shopping goes.
I can't lie to you, Clark. Truth is, okay, listen, things aren't going so great. I said I borrowed the RV from my neighbor. No. It's mine. We live in it. I sold off the house and the barn and the 10 acres, okay? Somebody offered me so much money, and all I kept was a 50-foot plot in the pigs and the worm farm. If I had back all the money, me and Catherine sent that TV preacher that was screwing the hockey players. Oh, I would bet it on so many games. I'd bet it on so many games.
Hopefully you listen to Smash. What about the kids?
No, Clark, I sent the preacher the money. His kids can fend for them fucking selves.
Your kids, Ed.
Oh, my kids. Okay, I get it. All right, that's the bitch of it, though, Clark. I don't know what to do. So we coasted into town on fumes. Our gas money ran out in Kanaki. Okay, so I don't know.
Ellen and I want to help give you and the kids a nice Christmas.
Hold on, Clark. I couldn't do that. Clark.
No, we insist.
I'm not one for charity, Clark. I'm not one for charity. So I don't know. I can't accept it.
Okay, time out. But are you one for charity? Because it's very important that tonight you donate to All for Lunch, a great cause.
Donate, please.
Right.
So let's do a check-in real quick. I feel like the word charity being mentioned is
charity, slime.
Good
Charity.
We're still sitting at, Vicky Forbes, thank you so much. We're sitting at 575. Feeding. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. You guys are all awesome.
The Vicster, Vicky Forbes is a saint. She's a saint. Don't touch Vicky Forbes.
I will take Vicky Forbes out to a nice steak dinner. Never call her again.
No, she doesn't want a steak dinner. She wants the seafood dinner.
You better bring her a seafood, Mick. Otherwise, it's not happening.
You ain't seen Vicky Forbes take down an ultimate feast like I have.
Ultimate feast, fish, baby, all day. Get that crab. Get that fish, otherwise you ain't even stepping up to the plate.
We're not even remotely Italian, but we have the 7 fishes dinner.
Over here.
I got a question. I was watching this with Sturdy earlier. I really hope that Clark didn't give Eddie the money. I hope that he bought the presents himself.
He did.
I don't remember. I feel like Clark buys the gifts. I do.
He does. Eddie hands him a list, and Clark has to go shopping for it. So next up, so just to kind of do a quick rundown, because this is just really quick, choppy. This is basically coming into back to the house, kind of getting set up for the for the night.
Wait, are you skipping our part? We got another part here.
No. We're gonna go down in the dialogue.
You're sitting here saying.
Oh no. I know, but I'm just saying like this. Okay, I'll go. I know that, Eddie, but it's not charity; it's family.
I don't know, Clark. Listen, I don't know.
If you don't tell me what they want, I'll get the stuff on my own.
Boy, Clark, this is a surprise. Just a real nice surprise, but hold on here. I got this list, okay? I wrote it tonight. I don't know. Maybe you can help me out. Here's a little list, but it's alphabetical. I tried to help you out, Clark. And if it won't be too much, I'd like to get something nice for you, Clark. Something real nice.
Thanks, Eddie. So basically it's just bringing us back down to the house and opens to reveal Clark and Rusty helping an elderly woman, Aunt Bethany, and her husband, Uncle Lewis, into the house. Rusty's following behind with their gifts. Uncle Lewis is in his late 80s, cranky, stooped, dressed in a tweed suit and sucking on a long cigar. Aunt Bethany's also in her late 80s, 4.5 feet tall, wearing a well-worn mink stole, a polyester pantsuit, and a hat. She's taking 2-inch steps, clinging to Clark. All right. Bethany, we pick it up with you, and that is me. And I'm doing both. Fuck.
You know, all Bethany? Right. Awesome. I can't wait for this.
Don't throw me down, Clark. I'll try not to, Aunt Bethany. We're here.
Say, Grizz, me and Bethany figured out the perfect gift for you.
Gee, Uncle Lewis, you didn't have to get me anything.
Oh, damn it, Bethany. He guessed it.
Oh, that was the fun. I love riding in cars.
And Bethany, you look so wonderful. Hello, Uncle Lewis.
How do you do, Princess?
Hello, Bethany. Lewis.
Oh, watch this stinkeroo. I don't want to burn down your wig.
Ruby Sue and Tugs, Rusty's coat gets his attention.
Who are the old geezers?
That's your mom and my mom's great aunt and uncle.
What's so great about them?
Oh, I'm sorry. Helen helps Bethany off the stove. Clark tries to help Lewis with his.
Get your fingers out of my armpits.
He peels off his hat and his hands to Clark. He's bald. He looks to Lewis curiously. Something's not right. He looks into the hat. Grape totes. What's that?
Toupee
is inside the hat. Toupee. Oh, toupee. Got the great toupee is inside the hat. Lewis is removed from his hat and his hair. Clark takes the toupee out of his hat and attempts to place it back on Lewis's head. He stands behind Lewis, waiting for the opportunity.
Where do you want the presents, Mom?
In the living room. Thanks. Aunt Bethany, you shouldn't have done that. Oh dear, did I break wind?
Jesus! Did the room clear out, Bethany? Hell no. She means presents. You shouldn't have brought presents.
Well, heavens, it isn't every day that somebody moves into a new house.
They didn't move to a new house.
You'll have to speak up, dear.
Mom.
Chris, I think that's you. Oh, are we just doing that? Sorry. Just put the presents in the living room.
Mom.
But Mom.
I heard Mom. I thought my kids were calling me. I thought that for just a minute.
Mom.
You adopted sturdy.
Just put the presents in the living room.
But Mom.
Not tomorrow, Rusty. Now. This house is much bigger than your old one. Why don't you go with Catherine into the living room and say hello to everybody? Oh, sure.
Mom.
Oh, I'm Aunt Bethany.
Well, not anymore. You're not. So
Not anymore.
nice try. What?
I'm fine with
The
that.
box is meowing.
Like Aunt Bethany, you forgot.
I go to the bathroom.
Clark takes the box from Rusty. He shakes it. From inside, we hear a muted cat's meow.
You are still Clark, though, babe.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, there we go. She wrapped up her damn cat.
Take it in the kitchen and open it.
And we'll have a cat running around.
You can't leave it in the box.
Why would somebody wrap a cat in a box?
She gets confused, Rusty. She's old. She and Uncle Lewis don't have much money. She takes things from around the house and wraps them up as gifts.
Oh my God.
Clark. This one's leaking. Hold on. Oh, I don't know. It's cherry flavored.
Oh, God. It's her Jell-O mold. I'll take it. Everybody just go into the living room.
I have a cat just like this at home.
Buddy, Uncle Lewis.
Clark, that's the ugliest goddamn tree I ever did see. What the hell did you do to it? I'm glad I'm not sleeping here tonight.
I have a quick question, Mick. Did you purposely give Dan the two characters that annoy Clark the most?
Probably.
I don't know. The neighbor really dislikes
The neighbor dislikes Clark.
Oh, he hates him.
I gave it to the Michigan boys. I couldn't give it to Mrs. Shake. I was going to say Steak. Mrs. Shake.
Mr. Steak. I love steak.
Go ahead, Clark.
I want to be a master steak.
Wow.
All right, let's do it. I said you and me both. You're up.
This son of a bitch can't wait to catch fire and kill an entire household, Clark. Boy, Clark, did you smell that?
Oh dear, I'm so sorry.
The turkey, Bethany. The turkey. He's smelling the turkey.
It's me again, isn't it?
Yep.
You know you have your glasses on.
The double glasses. You gotta do it in reverse to feel how it works.
It's a magnificent 20-pound turkey, perfectly
Like, every
prepared.
time I'm like, what?
What?
Where?
We're on the
Bottom
turkey,
end.
so we're interior
Clark
dining
goes
room.
Eddie the Tired Glance, or is that where we're at?
Clark,
No,
Catherine.
right up above that.
87.
Interior
Just a-
dining room, close up turkey, right
All
underneath.
right, I'll
the
just
blue.
take it. Let me just take it. Or
Well,
sorry, you're reading.
Take it, Max.
20-pound turkey, perfectly prepared, perfectly presented. He looks up from the turkey with delight.
All right, Catherine, if your turkey tastes half as good as it looks, we're in for a big treat.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Clark throws Eddie a tired glance. He puts a smile back on, prepared to carve the turkey. Clark puts the gleaming knife on the turkey, punctures the hind end. Great gush of gas escapes. We're in the dining room. Everyone leans back from the table as the turkey sputters and coughs. The slit in the turkey skin flutters as the gas escapes. He's leaning back. The gas runs outward and sputtering stops. So the turkey, they go close up again on the flagellant turkey. It begins to rise up on its own.
Flagellant?
It leans back again. He looks curious and mildly frightened. Everyone leans back again. This fucking turkey's got some gas problems. He needs a fucking Malax or something.
All right.
The
all right.
legs are standing straight up. The wings pull away in the body and extend themselves. The what? Incision Clark made begins to expand and tear slowly from the crotch to the neck and the sound of ripping canvas. Okay, he's leaned back up as far as he can go, his eyes wide with alarm. The skin separates. He fishes through the debris and comes up with a can of prepared poultry stuffing.
All right. Ed, did you make the dressing?
Oh, Clark, I gotta confess. Okay, listen. I know. It's store bought. But I found it in the RV last night. All you gotta do is pop the top off and serve it up. I did it right. It's okay. I popped the top and then I just served it up. It's okay. It says so on the back of the box.
All right. Improv master.
There's a lot of improv in those lines.
Yeah. Since this is Bethany's 80th Christmas, I think we should lead us in the saying of grace, Bethany. What, dear?
Great.
Grace? She passed on. Oh, goodness. 30 years ago?
Oh, for the love of God and country. She won't wear a hearing aid because she says it makes her look old. They want you to say the grace, the blessing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to all, everybody.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There you go. All right, Chris, you are up. Interior living room night.
You said interior living room what? Oh, nice. Yeah. Bethany's cat is playing with the Christmas tree lights. He's batting them. She bites a strand and pulls. She backs up, pulling the lights off the tree. We cut to the dining room now. Everyone's eating in silence. Art picks through the overcooked food in disgust. Nora scowls at Eddie's kids' horrible table manners. Lewis power spits the olive pit in his hand. Bethany's eating with a huge serving fork, which Francis removes from her, replacing it with a conventional fork, all of which is oblivious to. Clark takes a bite of the Jell-O mold He feeds the dog under the table. It crunches loudly and tastes terrible. Clark Sr. cuts all these a bit to struggles to keep the Rocky out of his food. Catherine silently apologizes to the family for the family's manners.
I heard on the news that an airline pilot spotted Santa Claus's sled on his way in from New York.
Ooh.
You serious, Clark?
He gives it a tired look. The Jell-O molds are a little dry. The cat food star, what? Our little dry cat food stars. Gotcha.
Bethany, by chance, does your cat eat Jell-O?
Clarky takes a spit of water and swishes it around.
I don't know about the cat, but I sure am enjoying it, Clark. You want to load me up with a little more? It's good.
Let's just say dog is hacking on a bone. Ed?
Yeah, Clark?
What's wrong with your dog?
Honey, maybe the bow you put around his neck is too tight.
She was yakking on a bone, but she got it up. It's all right now.
Maybe if you didn't feed her from the table.
No, Clark. No. Didn't come from the table. She was just nosing around in the trash.
The trash threw across the kitchen floor. Snot's gotten into the trash under the sink and spread it across the kitchen floor. The cat continues to pull the lights off of the trees. Clark and Elliot are cleaning up the mess.
I don't know why he isn't in here cleaning this up. It was his dog.
If you want to go in and have dessert, I'll finish.
That's all right. When I was cutting the pie, I found half a Band-Aid.
Oh, that must have been Ruby Sue. She was helping roll the dough. Did you find the other half?
Let's cut to Lewis.
Grizz, you're not doing anything constructive. You want to run into the living room and get my stogie?
Anything else I can do for you, Lewis?
He's an old man. This could be his last Christmas.
Keeps it up, Ellen, and it will be his last Christmas.
He exits the kitchen. We're now in the living room. We close up on the cat. It's still chewing. It yanks its head a little more strand. Clark walks in and takes Uncle Lewis's cigar case from the coffee table. The lights on the tree go out. Clark looks at the tree puzzled. He walks over to it. He bends down, plugs the lights. The tree lights back on. Clark starts to straighten up and he notices something. Close up on the floor, a strand of the cat chewing is unplugged. He plugged the lights in. There's a horrendous screech from under the club chair, tremendous electrical sizzle, and the lights dim, and there's an explosion, and the house falls dark. The utility room off the garage, Rusty holds a cigarette lighter to the circuit breaker. He resets the breaker, and the lights go on. In the living room, Clark and Eddie are at the chair. The others are gathered around from behind, and the room smells horrible.
What's
All right, roll through the action on this. Sorry.
What's that smell?
Your chair, Ellen.
Move it away from the wall.
I told you had too many plugs in one socket, you moron.
God.
What is it?
It's nothing. Let's go finish our dessert.
If this one got 9 lives, oh, Dalizora, she's spent them all.
Dad, can you get the door?
What are you doing, Clark?
What's it look like I'm doing? I'm throwing away the chair.
Is it ruined?
Honey, you and I will not outlive the stink in this piece of furniture.
What did you do with the cat?
There's nothing to do anything with, Ellen. It blew up. Eddie found its asshole stuck to the wall, for God's sake.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, sick. I thought it was a piece of licorice Rocky stuck on the wall.
You know, Clark, if somebody had got here with that thing, it could have put an eye out. I don't know. It's your house, Clark. Maybe you better keep an eye on that.
Thanks for sharing with me, Eddie.
Everything's fine now. Let's just carry on. It's tragic and distressing, but it's over.
Yeah. Well, hold on, Ellen. Clark, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to see if I could fumigate that chair. Now, that chair looked like a quality chair. And you mind if I know you put it out, but come on. Can I ask you how much it set you back?
Do you smell something?
Oh, I smell deep fried pussycat, but that's no big deal.
No, it's some kind of gas. It's coming from the sewer.
That ought to take care of it.
Clark shakes his head in disgust and heads back up to the house. We're in the living room now. Uncle Lewis is alone in the living room. He's standing in front of his tree. He's lighting his cigar. He puffs furiously in the waves of flame under the stogie. He shakes the match. It doesn't go out. In the living room, Clark has come back inside. He's putting his coat in the closet, and a flash of intense light in the living room and low-pitched poof. Clark dashes into the living room. He rushes in and recoils in alarm.
Lewis! The tree!
His point of view, Lewis. There you go.
What are you yelling about?
Look what you did to my tree!
Catches the signal and turns to look at the tree. He turns around, his backside in flames. Close up, Clark looks in horror upon horror. Uncle Lewis looks wide-eyed at the burning tree. Clark rips a curtain down and dashes to Uncle Lewis. The smoke detector's going off in the kitchen. The women are cleaning up the kitchen and getting dessert ready. Christmas carols are playing over the radio, and the TV's blasting Aunt Bethany's benefit. Ellen hears the smoke detector.
You know what? Actually, I want to pause real quick because we've got a lot of people watching. Guys, remember this is a charity script read. I'm going to pull it up now if it's cool with everybody. Just take a quick reader so everyone can see where we're at. Another $10. Katie Steiner, thank you so much.
Katie, let's go!
Thank you, Katie!
We love you!
Thank you.
So, guys, we are collecting for All for Lunch, which is a great organization trying to eliminate school lunch debt. We've exceeded our goal, but we can continue. This will be open all month long. Thank you so much for all the donations so far. But you can donate now. It's in the description below. I'm going to put it in the comments in just a few seconds. We truly appreciate any help that you give towards it. And it goes to a great cause, 100%. So let's jump back in if you guys are ready.
Feel free in the future to save audiences from my reading skills.
Are we ready? Is that the smoke alarm?
Or any of ours.
It sounds like it.
Lewis probably lit a cigar.
Chris, you're on my priority shit list.
All right. Let's cut down to Art.
It was a shit tree anyways.
At least it's out of its misery.
Will Santa Claus still come?
That's a good question, Rock. Catherine, if the trees...
Of course he'll still come, Rocky.
If he's smart, he'll stay well clear of this joint, Grizz. It's a death trap from stem to stem.
Mom, the tree burned down, the cat blew up.
I know, honey, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Dad's going to flip out, right?
Nobody's going to flip out. We're going to have a wonderful Christmas. We just have to be patient. There's nothing to be upset about.
The doorbell chimes. Clark stomps from the kitchen. He grabs the front door handle and whips it open. We cut to the doorway. There's a delivery boy in a blue uniform standing in the doorway. He's holding the door.
What the hell do you want?
Door knock that's been turned off and the door in his hand.
What the hell do you want?
I have a delivery for Clark W. Griswold. I was supposed to deliver it yesterday, but it fell between the seats and I didn't see it. I'm sorry. There's an envelope right here.
No actual people. Merry Christmas. I can't believe it.
What is it? A letter confirming your reservation for the nut house?
It's from my company.
Your bonus.
My bonus.
Open it, Clocky.
Fuck, I hope it's a fortune. I never saw such a sight. Jesus, can we just move on from this already?
I thought I never knew. I was afraid.
You're gonna bawl all over it, or you are going to open it.
I was going to wait until tomorrow to tell you all this, but what the heck? With the bonus check, I am putting in a swimming pool. That's it. It's the big one.
Open it, honey.
I'm sorry if I've been a little short with everyone. I've been waiting for this check to make sure the pool goes in as soon as the ground thaws. I had to lay out the money in advance until this little miracle arrived. I didn't have the money to cover the check.
Tear the sucker open, Dad.
There's enough left over. I'll fly you all in to help us dedicate.
Clark, wait. I can't swim.
I know, Eddie.
Clark, what's wrong?
No.
Are we still skipping through it?
No, let's hit this one because it's it changes a little bit.
Yeah.
He turns over the slip of paper and looks at it. We close up on Clark's face. His face freezes. He stares at the check. He lets out a strange, high-pitched giggle. Then he turns deadly serious. The family stares at Clark, unable to understand his sudden change of spirit.
Clark, what's wrong? Honey? Is it bigger than you expected? Smaller? Well, what is it?
A 1-year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club.
Oh, God, Clark.
Oh, Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year. Oh, what a great gift.
That it is, Edward. That it is indeed.
Clark, I'm sorry.
If this isn't the biggest bag over the head punch in the face I ever got, God damn it, listen, if any of you are looking for a last-minute gift idea from me, I have one. I'd like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought over from his happy holiday slumber over there at Melanie Lane with the rest of the other rich people. I want him brought here with a big old ribbon on his head. I want to look him in the eye and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, pus-oozing, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, heartless, hopeless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah. Holy shit. Where's the Tylenol?
Clark storms out of the room in the kitchen, leaving the door. Family silent. That was awesome. Eddie groans. We close up on Ellen. She clears her throat.
How about some eggnog?
Chainsaw kicks in, and Clark comes out of the garage with the chainsaw roaring. Ellen and the kids hurry out of the front door.
He's got that look, doesn't he?
We should have gone to Hawaii.
Turn that thing off and get in the house.
I'll talk to him, Dad.
Huh?
Dad.
Timbar.
Sorry, I'm over here stuck reading it as we go. I'm laughing at the read.
You really need to watch this movie.
It's time for a revisit.
Aren't you just the tiniest bit sorry we didn't get a Christmas tree? Even if they are dirty, messy, corny, and cliche?
Where are we going to get a tree at this hour on Christmas Eve?
Behind them, the end of the Clark's. It
Behind
comes
them, the end of the
crashing through the
Clark,
window.
blue spruce crashes through the window.
What?
Was that really necessary?
What?
Making a scene like that?
We needed a tree.
May I remind you?
This was my idea. No, I'm well aware of it.
Could you keep that in mind the next time you go berserk?
I didn't go to berserk. I simply solved the problem. We needed a tree. There are no trees open on the lots on Christmas Eve. Your uncle burned down my tree, so I simply replaced it the best I could.
You're okay?
Honey, I'm fine.
Clark points up the chainsaw at the bathroom vanity and exits. We are now in the foyer near the stairwell. Clark comes down the stairs. He grabs the newel post, an ornamental piece that comes loose to his hand. He looks at it angrily. He puts it back, starts up the chainsaw, and is at the newel post in one clean swipe.
Fix the post.
The new tree is up and it's been hastily decorated with ornaments salvaged from the burned tree, a single strand of light, melted and elongated bulbs, a charred tinsel. The family is reassembled in the living room. Clark walks in and places presents under the tree. We close up on Bethany. She perks up.
What's that sound? Do you hear it? A funny squeaking sound.
You couldn't hear a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant.
Shh, I hear it too.
We hear a faint but distant, high-pitched squeal. We're now in the laundry room. Snot, the little dog, is locked in the laundry where he's thoroughly chewed up a full load of wash. He stops chewing. He locks the door. His ears he looks at the door. His ears perked up. We go back to the living room. The squealing grows louder. Everyone leans forward to listen closer. We close up on Clark. He leans down to the tree and had a listen.
I don't hear it anymore.
The fresh branches were shattered ornaments, a single strand of lights. We close up on Clark from inside the tree. Clark's hand separates the branches and he peers into the tree, a sudden look of shock. From his point of view, the squirrel leaps into the camera. All hell breaks loose as the squirrel hits him.
Holy infant!
A squirrel.
People are running every which way, bumping into each other. Nora faints dead in the way in the middle of the room. Lewis's cigar ashtray sprayed rams. Clark's Ruby Sue and Rocky are screaming at the top of their voices. The women were screaming. Art decks Francis out of his way. The squirrel goes up the drapes and leaps onto the couch. We close up on Bethany. She's obviously she's oblivious to the mayhem. We then close up on her legs, befitting her age. She's sitting with her legs relatively far apart, and a beat of the squirrel runs up her one leg under her skirt. We close up on Bethany, a puzzled look on her face. She grimaces and she yanks on her undies.
Oh, I hope somebody got my girdle. This one's pinching and binding something terrible.
In Family's Hard, they watch as Bethany, from her point of view, Bethany is still unaware of what's up her skirt. We see the squirrel scrambling around. We close up on Lewis and Clark. He looks up at Bethany and Clark.
You can write that son of a bitch off. Nothing goes up there and lives to tell about it.
Damn.
Clark looks at
everybody's huddled in the foyer now, screaming and shivering in revulsion.
All right, skip the action. Quiet, shut up. We don't want to get out of the living room. We don't want it to get out of the living room. Give me a coat. Where's Eddie? He eats these goddamn things.
Not recently, Clark. He read that squirrels are high in cholesterol.
Thank you, Catherine. I'll try and trap it on the thing under a coat. Audrey, give me Grandpa Art's overcoat. Rusty, go get the hammer.
What do you need a hammer for?
I'll catch it in the coat and I'll smack it with the hammer.
Ruby,
Nora.
Is it gone?
Nope. Just lay still. Clark, you want to get Bethany out of here?
Dad, do you honestly think there's anything else the squirrel could do to her?
That's the point.
If it probably got seared and ran back into the tree.
It's on your back.
You're up, Chris. On 100.
Clark screams, turns, and plows into Nora. What? That was where I was at, right?
And plows into Nora. Yeah, you're there.
Yeah. Spilling her ass over tea kettle again.
Yep.
It's mayhem in the foyer, and everyone runs the opposite directions. We're now in the kitchen. Ellen and Rusty burst in the kitchen. Captain crashes into the dining room table. Clark flies into the kitchen. We're now in the foyer. There's a wild scramble to the stairs. Everyone runs up. Audrey runs out of the kitchen with the squirrel clinging to her head. She passes the stairs. The squirrel leaps onto Clark Sr. and onto the stairs. From the kitchen and the laundry room door into the foyer, Snot charges into the kitchen. Beck and Art, in a spray of foam and spit, the dog tears up the stairs, barking and snarling. Beat the people who were trying to run up the stairs. In the living room, everyone charges into the living room now. The squirrel followed by Snot, who clambers down the stairs. Now,
I said
we're outside Margot and Todd's house. Todd and Margot standing on the porch.
You march right over there and you slug that prick in the face.
I can't just attack someone.
If you're not man enough to put a stop to it, I am.
All right, Clark cautiously comes back in. It's silent. Snots and the squirrel charging from the kitchen. Clark grabs the door handle and whips the door open. She's standing in the door. Her eyes pop and she screams. The squirrel leaps for her face. Snot is right behind her, heading for her misdirection. Gone. All right. Margot in Todd's house. The doorbell rings and the front door opens. Margot steps in. Her face is clawed from the squirrel. The bottom half of her outfit is torn. Her pantyhose is shredded and hanging around her ankle. Her top is clawed. Todd, he's horrified.
My God, what happened to you?
She pushes the hair out of her face. She draws back and throws a mighty punch. Todd hits the deck. Margot steps over him and heads for the stairs. Clark, interior Clark, Griswold house foyer. Clark comes down the stairs in a Santa suit. Ellen and the kids follow. Catherine is behind them. Art and Francis are at the closet getting their coats. Where do you think you're going? Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun, old-fashioned family Christmas. No. We're having a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're going to press on, and we're going to have fun. The happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap fucking danced with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat ass down that chimney tonight, he's going to have he's going to find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
You're goofy.
What was that?
I said you're goofy.
Don't piss me off, Art.
Clark, it's over.
Not according to Santa's watch, it's not.
Son.
Dad, stay out of this.
I think it's best if everybody just goes home before things get any worse.
How the hell could it get any worse? Take a look around, Ellen. We're at the threshold of hell.
The RV whips out of the long driveway and hits the street, 2 wheels. We're in the kitchen. Clark Sr.'s talking to Clark.
Son, I love you. We all love you. This is a terrible night. Nothing's gone right. It's a disaster. But you sitting out there singing like a lunatic only makes things worse. You're too good a father to act like this. In years to come, you want your children and your family to remember all the love you gave us and how hard you tried to make the perfect Christmas. You just cocked it up. It's okay. It happens. Go upstairs and put on some fresh clothes and a happy attitude.
All of our holidays were always a mess. All of our holidays were always a mess. How did you get through it?
I had a lot of help from Jack Daniels.
Good talk, Dad.
Good talk, son.
Are you going to recite the night before Christmas?
No, it's your house. It's your Christmas. I'm retiring.
The family is seated in the living room.
Standing in the fireplace.
All right, now we'll skip it. The children were nestled all snug in beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. When out on the lawn, there rose such a ladder. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. At this point, I just say, like, Clark is looking out the window and
IRV is looking to kidnap a motherfucker.
Yeah. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore up the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of a new fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh. And Eddie, my cousin, a man with no brain? My boss in his jammies all wrapped up in a chain? All right, now you're up, Chris.
Yep, the front door opens and Eddie enters with Frank Shirley. his hair muscled, his face red and anger. A Christmas how he wait, what? Wait, what? A Christmas bow is tied tightly over his mouth to silence him. He's in his pajamas and slippers, bound wrists and ankles like a dog chain. He mumbles and grumbles with rage. We're now in the room. The family gathered in the doorway, stunned in silence.
Merry Christmas, Clark.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Oh, you ready to do some kissing?
Exterior of the mansion, night, Frank Shirley's house. The lights are on. We show the library. Helen Shirley is on the phone. She's frantic. My husband's been abducted. We're back at the Grimwolds' living room. The ribbon and the chain have been removed from Frank Shirley. He shakes the cramps off his wrists.
I've never been treated before like this in my life.
I'm sorry. This is our family's first kidnapping.
You're fired. Where's the phone? I'm calling the police.
Hold up there, fella. Clark had nothing to do with this. This was my idea.
All right. He's still fired and you're going to jail.
No, it's my fault, Eddie. I lost my temper when I got my bonus, and I said some things I shouldn't have.
How'd you get a bonus? I cut all of our bonuses this year.
And thanks for telling us. I was expecting a check. Instead, I got rolled in a jelly club. 17 years with the company, and I've gotten a Christmas bonus every year. But this one, if you don't want to give us bonuses, that's fine. But when people count on it as part of their salary, what you did was just plain sucks. Thanks, Russ. My brother-in-law's heart is a lot bigger than his brain.
I appreciate that, Clark.
He's innocent. I'll be more than happy to take the rap on this, and on my behalf and on the behalf of every other employee you rear-ended this Christmas.
We close up. Frank feels guilty. He looks around the room. From Frank's point of view, we're moving across the sad, confused, angry faces of the Griswold family. Clark's weary face. Ellen is embarrassed. The children's confusion. The cold anger of his grandparents. The small, common people who are righteous in their innocence. We close up on Frank. He can't sustain his anger. His heart melts. He sees firsthand the people his bloodless policies affect. After a considered pause, he offered his apologies.
And corporate America's heart grew 3 sizes that day. Sometimes things look good on paper, but lose their luster when you see the effects on the real folks.
Which has never happened.
The real folks. A healthy bottom line doesn't mean much if you know that everyone's hurt that you depend on. Clark, whatever you got last year, add 20%.
Merry Christmas, Ellen.
There you go.
Yeah, let's get there because this is just all them standing there.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Ellen.
To old-fashioned, fun family Christmas.
Thanks, Daddy.
Merry Christmas, son.
Thanks, Art. Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Grizz, you got just what you need. More friggin' company.
Frank, what did you call and let your wife know you were all right? Frank, did you call and let your wife know you're all right?
No.
I'll let you read that one, Chris.
The living room windows are bashed out with rifle barrels. Cops storm the door. Todd and Marco's house from the bedroom. Marco's in bed alone. There's a knock at the door.
You go to hell, you worm.
There's a knock on the door. There's another knock.
If you want to come in here, you're going to have to break down the goddamn door.
The door blows up.
door
The
blows up.
armed officer charged into the room and clambered over the bed and the windows facing the Griswold house.
Freeze! I'm a cop.
Oh boy.
The family freezes. Clark's 1-foot arms caught in the mid-stride. Ellen, Clark Sr., and Frank Shirley are all caught in the rising squat. Nora freezes adjusting her bra. Audrey's adjusting her underpants. Rusty's about to sneeze. Everybody's just fucking frozen in some weird ass wannabe funny position.
There you go. I think you've made a terrible mistake. Anybody?
I told you to freeze. I'm a cop.
I told you to freeze.
Maybe we blink. All right, just roll on with the dialogue. Start, Frank.
Helen,
Oh, thank God you're all right.
I'm fine. I'm just fine. I've had some scotch and it's been a big misunderstanding tonight. Everything's fine. Excuse me, sir. Would you and Mrs. Shirley please step outside? We need to take care of business out here. As I explained earlier, I'm a cop. There's no business here. I'm not pressing any charges.
What?
It was a big mistake. This is my employee.
Frank, you were kidnapped.
I did something I shouldn't have done. I pissed off the wrong people. This is Clark Griswold, and this is his family and his Christmas.
Welcome to our home. What's left of it?
What's going on here?
Remember how I was toying with the notion of suspending Christmas bonuses?
Oh, Frank, you didn't.
I changed my mind. I'm restating all the bonuses.
Of all the cheap, lousy ways to save a buck, I'm ashamed of you, Frank.
You're not going to fire me. Not on Christmas, are you, honey?
Look!
Okay. That's the Christmas star.
Yeah.
And it's all that matters tonight. Not bonuses or gifts or turkey or trees. It means something different to everybody. And now I know what it means to me. Yeah, Lord, we greet thee born this happy morning. Jesus, to thee all glory, given word of Father. Now in flesh appearing, oh come, let us adore him. Oh come, let us adore him. Benete adoramus dominium, Christ the Lord. That was super religious.
That ain't the friggin' Christmas star, Grizz. That's the light on the water treatment plant.
Sewer gas. Don't drop that. Now read this. Yeah, we can read on with this.
He finishes lighting a cigarette and shakes the match. Close up on Clark. He makes a move for Lewis. He flips the match over his shoulder. The match drops in the sewer. There's a flash of light or explosion. The explosion blows the Santa and the reindeer and the Merry Christmas sign into the sky. Everybody hits the deck. Bethany remains standing. We close up on Bethany. She looks into the sky. We're still on the outside. From Bethany's point of view, Santa is rocketing into the air, glowing and sparkling. From the outside, on the close-up of Bethany, we look into the sky. She puts a hand over her heart and says to sing again, and begins to sing again.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Oh,
Play ball. Play ball.
Let's go, nuts.
Santa and the reindeer sign arc across the full moon. We're back outside. There's a huge smile.
Uncle Clark?
Yep.
He looks at Ruby Sue. She points at the sky.
Santa Claus ain't bullshit. He's real.
Gives her a wink. We're back on the interior of the living room. Frank and Helen and the police and the grandparents and Eddie and his family. Rusty and Audrey crowded into the living room. The grandparents are serving coffee. The police commander playing on the piano. The officers are singing in less than wonderful voices. I saw a mompy kissing Santa Claus. And mommy mop me. Yeah.
I love this. Let's just take it from Ellen.
Merry Christmas, Clark.
I did it. You can
Snot
just go.
turns. Snot looks up at him. He coughs and he spits the trouble through crosses Clark's mind. A troubled thought crosses Clark's mind. Snot puts his paw between Clark's feet. On the outside of the porch, Ellen stands in the doorway.
Clark, are you coming in?
In a couple of minutes, honey. Merry Christmas, Snots.
Zora.
Clark
It's over,
smiles.
honey. Griswold had his Christmas. Nothing else can happen.
Fade out. The end. Post credits. Faded. We got to another fucking script, ladies and gentlemen, for the kids.
I would like to point out real quick.
Time. Todd has his time. Todd would like to reclaim his time.
Okay, Todd, hurry up. I want to be shorter than all the movies this year in the theater.
It's over, honey. Griswold had his Christmas. Nothing else could happen. It's quiet. It's peaceful. All is calm.
Will you just hold me?
Are we Catholic or Protestant?
Yeah.
Let's just go to sleep with visions of sugar plums dancing in our head.
I'm so tense.
Sweetheart, if we don't go to sleep, Santa Claus won't come.
She's trying to.
You're so cute.
And there it is, everybody.
Dirty.
Give everybody a hand. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull up the numbers before I go on anymore. And I'm going to let Sturdy talk too. But so, on an amazing thing, I want to just say I appreciate you guys so much for doing this. But we have reached $605.
Wow.
So that's $605 for $605 for all for lunch. And you can still donate for the rest of the month. It goes until the 31st. Please let's shine a little light on these kids in the new year. Let's help them out. And thank you guys so much for donating and being part of it. Chris, I see you on there. Katie, thank you again. Dan, so we have some anonymous on there. Vicky, thank you. Krista, thank you. Just all of you. Thank you guys so much. You guys are all amazing, and I don't want to miss anybody. So I'm gonna. Peter, thank you. Rosemary, thank you so much. You guys are all truly amazing. This is such a huge help.
To remove my name.
I can't. I don't know how. Plus, I'm going to do a script read. So I'm going to thank you all one by one, and I'm going to start backwards. So Jason,
We have to be 2.
thank you. What?
Well, technically 3, because Mrs. Shake is also in the same household.
That's true. I'm going to thank everybody. Don't worry. I'm going through. And Jason, I want to say thank you so much for joining in tonight, being a part of it, helping us out. You are wonderful playing Clark Sr. and Rocky. You are awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Can't wait till we do Christmas Vacation too.
That's not happening. Maybe Die Hard. That's about it. We'll wait a year and find out.
No, there isn't.
Shonda, you are you're one of my favorite people. I love you, and thank you so much.
I love you guys.
It's so great. It's
being a part of it. It's truly fantastic.
Also, that Christmas hat kicks fucking ass.
I'm gonna mute these guys because the Slater and Walden are having a lot of fun over there. Shauna, you deserve. I just really appreciate you bringing all your talents to doing this tonight, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
It
We
was
love
an
you.
absolute pleasure. It's always great to be with you guys, and I can't wait until the next one.
Thank you, and yes, of course, you're always invited. We love having you, Miranda. I gotta say it. You are just a joy to have, and I truly appreciate you being here. You kill
extra points for dealing with these two shenanigans downstairs too. That's my life. 2 hours of your week, but that's my life.
Oh my gosh.
You just everything you've brought. The last 2 readings was fantastic. I mean, a friend, a supporter. You're always fantastic, but the last 2 readings, like I've just had so much fun having you a part of them. I can even kick Dan and Tim out. You are more than happy to stay on, though.
Thank you, man.
Oh,
I'm getting. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this. And I'm going to skip over Math and Smash for a second because he deleted my pre-show earlier. And I'll get back to the thanks for them in just a moment. But I'm going to jump to Chris, who had the hardest job of the night. with all that action. Thank you so much for everything you did, jumping in, throwing in the inflections, and really having fun with it. That's such an important factor, and you kept it going. And yeah, I just truly appreciate you being a part of it, man.
Thank you, sir.
Now, frickin' Frack, I'm giving it to you. I've muted you so I can get through this. I'm unmuting you now, though.
Hey! Why is the Christmas story as long as the goddamn Marvel movie? Who the hell did this?
So no, I'm not doing Die Hard next year. We're going to do Star Wars holiday special.
And didn't hit. How did that happen?
The over's probably 3 hours.
You guys are amazing. I truly appreciate you being a part of these and joining in. Tim, I know it's not your foray, but you joined in and you killed it. You are awesome. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for everything you've done.
All your support. Killed the original stream.
Yeah, I did kill the original stream, so it was all owed.
Listen, he did that out of the kindness of his heart because he knew I had to pee, and we weren't starting.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I appreciate it.
In fairness, usually Betting Bros is very well produced. It
is. You're a great producer.
That's
I don't know why it happened.
I clicked the wrong button. I wanted to get out of there as soon as possible because the internet was not working, and I always end the broadcast. So why wouldn't I end the broadcast?
That's fair.
Tim, you've done something that every producer does.
Tim, I've done that. I've been
in any capacity. I've done. I one time didn't hit record on an interview, and I interviewed him for like an hour and a half, and then, and then found out afterwards.
Or when the power went out, Mick.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, we always have tons of stuff going on. Now I want to get to my partner in crime on doing Cash a Short Cause. Again, Sturdy, you're the man. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much for all your help, joining in with me on these, helping me build this up into something that can really help a lot of people. You've been an amazing partner. I'm going to mute them again. Freaking Frack over here. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. You pick which one. But Sturdy, thank you so much. Joining in again and really killing it with me. We go through the labs and we work on things. So it's just been an absolute pleasure and to work with you on these, my friend.
Appreciate it.
So, but last but not least, I'm the Scene Snob, and I brought this to you. I deserve the most. No, I'm just kidding. My beautiful, amazing, wonderful Lady Manhattan, my wife, she went through the script. She fixed it up. She color coded it. She put everything together. She absolutely,
not well, but I did.
No, you did well. Very well because you had to take it from a PDF. I get it. But I want to say thank you so much for doing this and joining in on these and being part of it. This whole group has just been so much fun to do this stuff. But we're missing a few people who we didn't have the roles to the stuff for today, but they will be back. But you know, you guys are just an amazing team to get together with and do this for such great causes. And I want to thank you all, and I want to especially thank you, my lovely wife. Merry Christmas to all of you. This has been fantastic. If you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to hang out. We'll kind of wind things down, but I just wanted to say thank you again. You're all amazing.
The boys are screaming, unmute me from the basement.
You can unmute yourself. The mute button's down at the bottom.
You can unmute
yourself. Hilarious. Oh, I do want to point out, Sturdy over on his channel tonight. We'll probably be broadcasting it on ours. Does have his show. It's new to midnights. So make sure to go check it out. It's gonna be really.
You're doing midnight shows?
Are we mute?
Wow.
Yeah, it's so like when I started my show and I was recording with others, that's how I would do it. Was midnight on the weekends. 1, the wife's already asleep, and then 2, it was just a lot of people I record with work or live on the West Coast, have kids, so it was just easier. Huh?
Have you started on Baldur's Gate 3 yet?
No. I don't even know what that is. I didn't even hear what you said.
That's a game. These two.
That's the hottest video game known.
Hottest video game known to man.
Out on the streets.
I can't put them in the green room. They're too valuable to me.
As soon as I heard midnight, and I was like, "Is he doing the late night?"
Oh, there's a sexy part of Baldur's Gate 3.
I think we're at the point of just bullshitting. So anybody who wants to back out, you're more than welcome to. But I love you guys, and you're more than welcome.
If the ladies want to have their smut, there is smut to be had.
in. Are we hearing them through Mrs. Jake's fucking microphone right now?
Probably.
No, they're off. They're.
You know what? I love these guys, but they don't get any special treatment. So, guys, how are you all? I hope everybody's
so mad at you.
If only I had that button in life.
Oh my gosh.
My wife wishes that too.
How
That's
dare
legit.
you? How dare you?
Hey, everybody's gotten one. Hey, look, I put Casey in there how many times? You guys got to get it too.
Don't make me take my producer credits back.
I will take them back. Probably not.
Oh my God, I'm going to be a gremlin on your show tomorrow and just start taking you guys out while you're not paying attention.
I hope you should. You should. It would be fucking hilarious.
All of you
in the
show
stream,
up.
Nick.
So, FYI, tomorrow, Math and Smash. 1
Mick shows
p.m.
up and just ends it as soon as Dan starts talking.
They start. They get through their 2-minute freaking thing, and then I just end it.
1 p.m. Math and Smash. If you want to make some money, because we have all season long.
Gabagoo.
You want to make some money? Come make some money with us. You want to know why I was able to donate what I was to this stream? That was the proceeds from betting on the Giants,
Tommy DeVito,
this season in lieu of Mick. So you want to make some money?
Hold on. Stone cold hard lock of the century of the week. We got Tommy DeVito plus 13.5 against the boys on the road.
They're gonna cover. They're gonna cover all day. Giants cover that all day.
You want to listen to this for an hour and a half straight?
You know what the best part
at 1:30.
No, Tommy DeVito.
You know what the best part is?
Into the Chicago Italian American Sports Hall of Fame.
What?
Listen, I have no clue what the fuck you guys are talking about, but I'm in.
The show is already started.
Yeah, Chris. What is that?
I'm all in as well. I'm all in.
13.5.
I'm all in.
13.5.
Tommy DeVito throwing 2 TDs tomorrow. 2.
Listen, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be a jerk about it or anything, but if you do want to make some money, I would listen to them. They seem to be doing it.
I feel like I would be watching, like, with all my money, just being like, I still have no idea.
That is correct.
Wait. So,
Take
just, like,
my money.
spell it out? Just, like, send me an email with, like, the link.
Mary,
and, like,
what's your app? Are you on DraftKings, FanDuel, River City?
None of the above.
I have Tetris. Tetris?
There you go.
What's your
email?
What's your app? We'll take you down to the sports book.
Mary only bets on Taylor line.
What's your app? NASA.
Listen, I have 9,907 unread emails right now. So I definitely have no idea what you're talking about.
9,000 unread emails?
No, 9,900.
I don't have an unread email in either my work email or my personal email.
How do people operate it that way?
Oh, it feels so good. I just walk around life like.
Look at Mr. Shake.
Look at all these emails.
Look at her. She's like, no, she knows she has like 2,000 unread.
I'm a credit manager. I bring people these for a living, and I still don't have any unread emails.
I have a phone number for myself, so
no icons.
I feel like this is dangerous. I feel like you two right now are probably going to start giving out your ATM pins in like 3 seconds.
I would never.
No, I
Keep
would never.
talking.
I'm a registered teacher. I am a certified
Code on the back of the card
public
again.
accountant. I would never give out my information.
I'm hovering over the remove tab.
$300. I'll just send you.
He has no idea.
$300. You keep 10%.
There you
Sound
go.
good?
That's smart.
Look at Mick. Mick's like, I need to shut these guys down.
Oh no!
No, makes them bigger.
Don't put us big, Mick. What are you
Why?
doing?
I love it. You look great.
Oh, wait. I got another one. I got another hot tip.
I just want to know what they're drinking over there. Like, what are y'all drinking?
Drinking everything.
Green with money, baby.
This is absurdity. I'm okay with it.
This is, yeah.
The
This
Pistons
is
are
evolved
the third
quickly.
year. The Pistons are supposed to be good this year. They've lost 25
in a row.
How did we?
Do we even call it green anymore?
I love Cade.
Do we even call money green anymore? With all being digital and crypto event here coming soon?
I don't believe in crypto. I'm a
Here we
CPA.
go.
I don't believe in crypto. I have a pension.
All those things. But I got a hot bet. We got Taylor Heineke.
Oh boy.
Whoa. Okay, yeah.
Taylor
No.
Heineke's starting for Atlanta tomorrow.
Taylor Heineke is going to be starting for Atlanta, not
Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter.
I got.
Wait,
I
what
want
sport are we talking about? What sport?
Right.
football. Indianapolis versus the Falcons.
Yeah.
I got the Falcons -2.5.
Yes, but Heineke over
202
Yeah.
passing
Okay.
yards.
Yes.
Let's keep this till tomorrow. You're losing.
Michael Pittman
You're not gonna have anything to
+50.
talk about.
Plus 50.
Drake London +50.
All right, let's.
And I like the Shane Steichen.
I know they're really good at this.
Yeah, but there's a
How
time.
how are you doing?
And it's
Miranda?
when
I
I'm
don't get to
not
talk to you
the same.
often. I hope
Hi,
you're doing
buddy.
well.
I'm all right. The boys are going to be on fire tonight. But you know what? If you can't be lit with your family around Christmas, really, what is Christmas all about?
I cannot agree more. So
Yeah.
these
No,
guys
we're
are
gonna-
just fighting over there. I love it.
Oh, this is just, we're getting warmed up. This is warm up. We're
Oh,
not even in
God.
the game yet. This isn't even the show. This is the pre-show. And I'll
Do
be in
not.
bed in 15 minutes, and the boys will be pantsless down the block.
I beg you,
I don't even know what that means.
don't do that.
I think you guys are muted. Just again, real quick.
I did. I know. I muted them on purpose.
Weird.
Or I need to turn on my hearing aids.
I want to see if they can figure out. They're looking up. No, we know what they're doing. They're not even looking at us. They're looking up numbers for tomorrow. That's what they're doing right now.
It's
They're
just-
researching.
so,
They're researching their stuff for tomorrow.
No.
Hold on.
Basement.
What basement?
What are they looking up?
Ward's basement, man. The Ward's basement.
What's going on in Ward's basement?
Exactly. So, okay, if you're listening tonight and you want to push the boundaries of cinema,
Here we go.
Jesus.
okay, at midnight, we have the best cinema. If you want to find your location, Mick will put the Cosme for Ward's Dirty Basement on social media. And listen, if you want to know,
You're
what you
talking
did-
to us like we speak foreign languages, and you're a white guy.
Listen,
Yeah.
no, if you want to know what you missed in the late 70s and early 80s, if you want to know, this is where you got to tune in.
Hold on. Not only that, but if you are a fan
You
of
gotta
both,
tune in, or else you're gonna get tuned up.
Yeah, tuned up.
Hey Dan, is that midnight tonight?
yes.
Yes, tonight.
That's Dan
I'll
saying
drop it in the thing.
Jason, every Friday night, Ward puts on 2 films that anybody who tunes in, I guarantee you, will expand your horizon, okay?
Dan.
Not only that, if we tune in tonight, I might be able to get Ward to play not only an episode of The Flying Nun, but also an episode of Night Court.
Dan,
What?
guys, I can't tune in at midnight. I will be watching Sir Sturdy at midnight.
30. I know.
You know what?
30
I know
plans.
30's at midnight. 30 is at
I
midnight.
understand. I
Right.
I
You'll
just
see my
want to pitch
face.
it.
So
Like,
the Flying Nun and Night Court?
yeah,
Possibly.
Oh,
possible.
hell yes, man. But wait,
Yeah.
he's
You're-
got the midnight thing over here too, though.
What we'll do is you can watch Night Court and then watch Sturdy.
Also,
Okay, all right,
And
that's
after
fair.
Sturdy's done, there'll be another movie.
and what
Okay.
I do is I put Sturdy on my phone,
Uh huh.
and then I put Cosme on the PC.
Listen, it's a lot of fun. It is fun. I have a good time going to
There's
Ward's
too
Dirty
much going on
Basement.
at midnight. There's too much going on.
Sure,
And low
sure.
key, I also, while Cosme's going on, gamble usually. So
He's gambling a lot.
Don't fuck with Sturdy. Watch this instead.
I didn't say that, Jason. I did not say that.
Sturdy's so mad. Sturdy's about to throw us like under the basement and some.
No.
He's about to put us 10 feet under.
Sturdy's like, why don't you guys come on the show? And they're both like, I'm going to a basement instead.
No,
they're in a
like, listen. There are a lot out there, and that's true.
Ward's a great dude.
But this is the thing. There are places where you can push the boundaries of who you are. And Sturdy's one of them. I'll say this. Like, I love tuning in. No, for real. Like, when Sturdy has stuff that I've never seen, I tune in and I accept what he chooses to say about some cinema. Sorry, Sturdy. Some cinema. You know, like Chris and I agree more than me and Sturdy. But it happens. You know, Sturdy's just not a Freddy guy. So that's a large part. And like, but
I think my wife wants to smoke. She doesn't. I'm kidding. We don't have cigarettes anymore.
Dude, Mary doesn't smoke, and the best we choose gummies, and even then, it's still good shit.
No, I'm the gummy. I do that.
So
stuff.
you can, and all of us know this. You can tune in on multiple devices, the same way I do every Friday and Saturday. Like, I get multiple shit going on with my phone.
Shake sometimes needs 3 types of stimulation, and only Mrs. Shake knows.
I stopped listening. I love you. I'm gonna go eat some cheese.
I get it. If anybody bounds out, my wife did the same thing.
Yeah,
I'll hang out. I love listening to the guys. So, but if you guys want to go, please.
No one likes listening to us except Mick. Mick is the only person that tunes in to any of our shows.
Like tolerate.
You get good. You get pretty good views afterwards.
I want to do a show with you, Dan.
Thank you, but
Dan, I think you and I should do a show together where we argue about movies.
My
guys are right. I think the two of us would be great.
This is the thing. Saying. Like, y'all got to catch me on something I actually want to argue about. That's the like. Okay.
I have to wake up and
all right. I just
hit Caribbean versus Star Wars.
I want to be in a movie with Shonda again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep auditioning.
Yes, let's do this, man.
I love it. Although Shonda did not save me from.
I'm sorry.
From a certain state.
Maybe next time I'll save you.
And Slasher Nurse, you guys just run right past me.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, Shonda, you did a Slasher Nurse?
Yes, yeah. I am in that one.
That's so great. Tell everybody that's watching. Let's hear about Slasher Nurse.
No,
oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me put my computer down real quick. I was sitting here like I was sitting here answering emails and stuff, like listening to y'all.
No. We do our thing about sports betting, but tell us about Slasher Nurse. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I can't say a whole lot about Slasher Nurse, obviously, yet, but like y'all, this one's gonna be amazing. This is honestly
I give $100, so I'm so happy.
It's honestly one of my favorite projects I've ever been on. If y'all don't know what the story is about, basically it's a group of kids. Something terrible happens and it kind of follows them into adulthood. And that's where I'm the adult version of somebody that comes into play there. But it is incredibly gory and wonderful. There's so many amazing kills and so much effects, and just I'm really, really, really freaking excited about it.
How can we ensure here at Scene Snobs that my man, slicing and dicing himself, can get the first review? How can we ensure that?
I don't have control over that. That would be a Dave Kerr question, who's the director.
Okay. Dave Kerr.
Dave, you know me. Holla at me.
Yes.
Okay, Dave, listen, no, that for real. Like, my man Sturdy will give it a good go. Okay?
Hell yeah.
Yep. And like this is the thing. We want to make sure Sturdy gets the first take. Okay. and I would love a little bit of help in terms of that, because he brings 6 people on, all right, including himself, and Sturdy will give it a real review in terms of what it is or is not. And like, I love the idea of this film. That's why I donated to it in the first place. Mike,
and thank you for that.
Oh no, I mean, whatever. But Mike was out there on Facebook saying, I want to make sure this film happens, right?
Dan, Dan, I'm cutting you off. First of all, stop dismissing your nice behavior. Where you're
no, I'm not.
It's okay for people to say thank you.
Y'all are real. Y'all, no, my brother muted me. Y'all are real lucky. Y'all are real lucky that I'm not like a billionaire. If I were, oh my God,
he wouldn't be a billionaire very much longer. He'd have like 7 movies made.
No, I just give so much. I'd give Sturdy like $1 million and say, go make blood. Oh, what is it? Oh shit, man.
Oh, you Dan, know when you hit that big. Oh, where's my camera?
Oh shit, Mary's coming in with the laundry.
Mary's getting laundry. I had you on camera. She's in an awesome sweater. Look at that. Don't stop believing, baby.
Oh, cute.
Sturdy, what's the
yes.
I love it.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry.
Santa riding a unicorn.
Yeah, Sturdy. What's the
that's adorable.
I need to get the credits to.
I love it. I love it.
Great job, babe. I can't find my RoboCop Christmas sweater. I love it. It's probably
of course you need your RoboCop Christmas sweater because it's from Detroit.
Detroit only. Sturdy, what's the film RoboCop. You and I need credits to?
So no. Here's what happens. You need to make off of like a single bet like $100 million. Then I got an idea for 3 movies for you.
Okay.
Mick,
gonna
open a studio.
Sturdy first.
No, Sturdy wants to be in these movies. Sturdy's heard the ideas.
I promised Sturdy first. Sturdy, what's the film?
The Blood Lake film?
Yeah.
Oh, the ownership. That's going to be like $10.
That's fine.
No, I tried. Mick, I tried. It's not that. So I went on IMDb and I contacted the original producer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He quoted me like thousands. And I was like,
wow.
I was like, no, dude, like my email back, and Sturdy is familiar with the film more than probably any human on the planet. But I said, like, listen, I'm just trying to do this. I said I'd give you $500.
You offered the man this movie for $500.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask this? What's thousands? Like what's to you like what range does he say? 10,000? Does he say 100,000?
No, he quoted me $5,000, and I was like,
dude, oh my God, I will happily do one of these fucking things to raise money for Sturdy to get Blood Lake.
Mick, so this is what I told him. I said, for $5,000 I can make a better movie. I would give Mick, I would give you $5,000. Mick, I'll give you $5,000. I'd say
$5,000 just to make the movie better.
Sturdy, you reach out to the old producer, find out how much it is. Say, all right, if I can get that together, that's the price. That's the price you'll sell it to me for. And then I say we go to GoFundMe, we put it together, we will rally. Now we know this isn't charity, but whoever is a fan and wants to join in, and I promise you, Sturdy, if you buy the rights to Blood Lake.
I tried though, Mick. Like he wanted $500.
You made fun of him. You offered. He already said 5,000, and you offered 500.
Well, the movie's not worth more than $500.
I agree. You could have just been like, all right, now I'm good.
I agree. I agree. I would offer like 25.
You're not wrong, but hey.
Yeah, you could. And listen, I will produce this movie with you.
We'll just have to remake it. That's all.
I will remake this movie with you. I know Dan's in. Dan's definitely in. He wants to. He's in for 500.
500 at least. I couldn't believe it. I thought they'd give it to me. So Sturdy and I were on a show at some time. Immediately after the show, I reached out to the producer and I said, I'll give you $500 for the rights. And he said $5,000. And I said, no. I said, no. That movie is bad. It's
bad is an understatement.
Epically bad. He hasn't made any money on that movie. Come on.
I'll bring them back in when they come back.
Right? He hasn't made any money on that movie. So if you have any money, like China's been in the business, you know. Like
they probably get some streaming money, like when it's on stuff.
Yeah.
What? Jason?
I mean, something. They get something for it streaming. They have to.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this though, Jason. If I owned it, I would make more money than what they've owned it from the time it came out.
That's what I said. My thought
We're gonna
was,
have a
I
plan.
give Mick. This was my thought. I give Mick $5,000, and I say, make a better movie than Blood Lake,
I can.
and I will get $7,500. That was my thing. I was like, if I give Mick $5,000 and he makes Blood Lake 2, I get X amount of money. That was my thought.
I'm not making Blood Lake 2. If you give me $5,000 for a movie, I'm taking an original story and I'm going to use that to make it back. Now, I've always said this. If you have a good producer, and I'm talking a good producer who knows line producing and can do budgets and scheduling and such, you can make any feature for $5,000. Now, depending on how much you put into that feature, which comes down to the art craft of it and maybe cutting things out, it can look good or it can look bad. Now, if you surround yourself with the right people, you make something for $5,000, a good story that will attract people, and you can make money off of this stuff. Now, I maintain that a good filmmaker with a good producer.
Yeah,
Mick, is $5,000 good for a
totally agree.
Or like a 45-minute, kind of short in betweener?
YouTube gets viral.
I have a script ready to go right now, and I'm not saying this. I'm not pitching you.
Blood Lake 2.
I'm not. No, I can't. Like, if you give me $5,000 and say make Blood Lake 2, I can make you Blood Lake 2. I'll do it.
Blood Lake 2.
But if you hand me $5,000, and you say make a movie, I'm going to tell you, I'm like, if you want to return, I'm not making Blood Lake 2.
God
if you
damn
don't
it,
want to return,
Mick, no. This is not the challenge.
Stop this.
That Sturdy gave me.
No, I don't want.
I'm not challenging you.
Mick,
this isn't a challenge. I'm just
Great
stating.
Lake in New Jersey that we could use.
Yes, there's many.
Exactly.
I think you could make a better Blood Lake with $1,000.
We could.
I think you can make a sequel. Blood Lake.
I can remake. If you give me $5,000, I can remake Blood Lake.
The starring role for $1,250.
No, Tim is 100% the star of this movie.
Oh, hell yeah!
Tim is playing the younger brother to Sturdy because he's got the Pontiac. He's ready to go.
I can't act for the shit, but I'm in.
I'll tell you what.
We've already got this set, man.
Sean is in it. Sean is playing a role. Listen, if you give me $5,000 and we own the rights to Blood Lake, not only am I remaking the first one better, I'm making the second one and the third one because this needs a trilogy.
Hell yes!
I'm doing it for the $5,000. We're shooting this Lord of the Rings style, and it's going all the way. Like we're gonna complete it.
We already have a start.
This shit looks like who's the guy who created The Good Blood? He was the one who first Savini. This is like Savini's VHS shit, where he was just filming crazy shit, and he was like, "All right, let's do that."
Listen, okay, think about this. We'll put 75 minutes out on YouTube.
Oh God.
Yeah, we'll put.
Are you kidding me? I'm not
on
putting that on YouTube. I'm sorry, you may be giving money. You're the executive producer, but I'm going to market the shit out of this. And the owner of the movie, this guy right here, and the biggest funder, that guy over there, are going to make a shit ton of money because I'm going to market it right.
I want to go back to regional distribution. Let's go back to the old school
VHS.
Okay. Thanks, man.
I want regional films. I want films that only exist in the Midwest.
Only in Michigan.
No, Midwest.
I will shoot the whole thing.
Michigan specific movies. You can't get this if you're
okay,
not
let's think about it.
Michigan.
How do we shoot this on $5,000? I rent a 15-pass van. I get the cast from down here who collects all around and the crew. We drive
Jason
up to Michigan to
in
my buddy Dan's free cabin to use.
Yeah.
So I'm
okay.
already on it.
Oh
I'm
my
already
God.
on it. Let's do this. I'm producing
Steph
in my
would
head.
shoot it. Okay, I have a professional who does professional films.
Former Republican House.
Yeah.
Filmmaker.
Oh, everything. The dude is the real deal. Has shot actual footage.
Mrs. Shakes on the boom mic.
Yep. And we could get this happening at the cottage.
My favorite part.
Sturdy, we can do it.
My favorite part of
I
all of that
promise
is
you, man.
these two.
We have the way.
These two are so wonderful and sweet human beings that they think this stuff through. And the reason they're saying, like, we know somebody that actually films is because they're super excited to get this done. What they tend to forget is that you have two professional filmmakers you're talking to. We muted again.
Tonight, we can make this happen. And my father-in-law is a cinematographer
and a bass player.
He did the soundtrack.
He did the soundtrack. We know his band.
We do. No, like this can happen, man. Come on.
We went to his band's album release, and it was
many
just
times.
us. It was
Dan, you
just
sold us an hour ago, buddy.
Yeah, like we're all saying we'll do it. You want to produce a movie, we'll do it. I still maintain that if we don't get the rights
Give
to
me a
Blood Lake,
fucking price tag.
Scream needs to
If you
happen.
promise me it doubles, we'll make it happen. Like, that's all I care. Give me a price tag. Y'all saw. I'm all in on free lunch, right?
Okay, listen, we're gonna do Scream Stream, and my two podcasters in that are gonna be fucking Tim and Sturdy.
Why not me?
Don't worry, there's plenty of roles in this movie. Don't worry. There's plenty of roles in this movie. Everyone gets a role in this movie.
If we can't make Blood Lake, let's make Blood Pond. Let's make Blood Pond instead of Blood Lake.
Oh, we gotta do better.
Actually, we could just remake the fucking movie and call it something else. We'll be fine. He's ready. Okay, you're in.
Who we got? Chris.
Chris is
I'm gonna
back.
get going though, guys, so I can get ready for my show and all that shit. And
you have an hour and a half.
Chris, one time.
Okay,
Chris, one time. Can you and I go head to head on a game I'm good at?
Yes. I'll do our game now. You want to do Christmas trivia?
No. So I'm good at some video games, and he says he's the worst damn gamer ever. I want to go head to head on him on like something like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter.
I am down. Challenge accepted. Somebody needs to knock me off my mantle of fucking horribleness.
I'm worse, I guarantee it.
Knock me right off my pedestal. Challenge accepted. Be my guest. Give it a go.
Do you get the name? If does Dan get the name?
Can I just claim your social media afterwards?
No, that's like
What happens
his title of worst gamer ever.
It's just now it's going to be better than Danniest.
What I'll end up doing is I'll end up taking a picture of his face and I'll just superimpose it on mine every time I stream, so that now he's the official worst gamer ever.
Me. That is.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ, but you know. You're not wrong either. You're not wrong either. You know.
I can't believe.
All right, guys, I gotta head on out because I have to work tomorrow. So
I'm
I just
sorry.
want to give you some love. Thank you so much for having me again. It's always
thank you for
wonderful seeing
tuning
y'all.
in.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Thank you. Take care, Sean.
All right, happy
guys be
holidays,
well.
my loves.
Can't get in here.
Likewise.
Bye. Happy
all
holidays.
All
I
right.
don't
guys,
even
I'm
know if
out.
my mic's
And then
working.
there-
I switched microphones.
And then there were 4.
There's about to be 3.
To be
You guys
3, I
have a
gotta go
good night.
get on Fortnite. It's Friday.
I love you all.
Fortnite.
Motherfucking Friday, baby.
They're both saying goodbye. That's all I'm going to say right now. So goodbye, Jason and Chris. Have fun. Go watch them on their channels, 3 Geeks Podcast. And we're going to Fortnite now. Mother Front and Fortnite. with Chris and the Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Go check them out. Good luck tonight, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Later, Gator.
Dan, I'll catch you later.
Oh, and the absurdity rolls on. Where's Tim?
He's talking to Mr. Shake.
Oh, Mr. Shake.
They're over here. So you guys can't see. I mean, I have the new thing where I can zoom it in, but they're in the living room. We'll be tuning in to the basement. Probably yeah. 75 minutes we'll be there. Mick, I'm glad we were able to make this happen, man.
Dude, thank you so much, man. This was so much fun. I'm glad we can make this happen too.
I can tell one more flow story if you want.
I want a flow story. Let's do it.
All right. So Tim, come here.
Yeah, Tim's at least got to be in the picture.
At least. You gotta, but he has to get close.
I was talking to Mo.
Listen,
I love you, Mo.
Tell him flow stories.
Which one?
A million. But,
okay. Which flow? Okay, I do have a really great flow story.
Okay, Tim can.
So there was one year where I didn't get a deer. I think it was my first year hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And Flo's a shit hunter, by the way. Barely could hit the broadside of a goddamn barn.
Never say that.
A shotgun, a 30-06, it didn't matter. But she was always dressed in full orange. I'm talking orange from head to toe.
Never want to be shot.
Every single morning of rifle season. And we put her in a good spot. We always put Flo in a great spot, at least to shoot does.
Flo had to be the best position for hunting.
As far as seeing deer, not seeing high end deer. We're not talking about bucks. The bucks didn't run where Flo was, but we would get Flo something to shoot opening morning.
Like what?
Flo without our help might starve. That's real.
Flo's rule is if it's brown, it's down.
Yep.
Holy shit. Really?
So if you ain't wearing orange, you better be careful around the woods that the Aunt Flo is fucking hunting in.
Holy shit.
That's all I gotta tell you.
Aunt Flo is
she can't see shit and she can only shoot 100 yards.
Oh boy.
Pour one out.
Oh my god.
Okay, but by the way, Aunt Flo has passed on.
Yeah.
Grandma Florence is still hunting. Grandma is still hunting. Great Aunt Flo passed away.
That's our grandmother, not our aunt. That's our grandmother.
By the way, they were Flora and Florence.
Twins, Flora and Florence.
Flora and Florence, if you did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that that's where the flows came from. That is awesome.
There you go. So, Flo, the first year I went out, I did not get a deer. Great Aunt Flo bought a $250 talking mount that you could use like a microphone on to talk through it.
Tim was also 9.
No, I was 11 because it was
9. No, it was 9.
It had to be the first year I rifled.
It wasn't rifle. It was the first year you were able to
bow hunt.
Yep.
Okay, so it was bow hunting. Okay,
9.
whatever.
He was 9.
So I was pulling 35 pounds back on my Oneida. Either way. Flo bought me a mount that did all the talking.
This is not 2000.
So Big Mouth Billy Bass has nothing on the talking mount with its own microphone. And Flo ain't rich, but she bought that damn thing because she said I needed a mount that year.
Jesus Christ.
We can't make this shit up, guys. This is
not with Flo. No, definitely not.
Great, dude, it's tough. Like I said, Wayne, my father, and Great Aunt Flo were the crew of the morning of first day of rifle season, and we had biscuits and gravy from Mom. We had whiskey when we came in. If anyone shot anything, then we probably had jerky within a couple hours because we had a smoker on site from Raj. Raj is still alive.
Raj.
We haven't given Raj enough love in this podcast. So so here's the
look at Mary's face for a second.
Mick. Roger was my dad's friend that I met at a Ted Nugent signing. I swear to God, that's where we met.
Why were you at a Ted Nugent signing?
Because I have a Ted Nugent signed hat.
Mick, he's from Michigan.
He has a cabin like 20 miles away from our cabin.
Not anymore.
Well, he sells a carbon irons.
No, but
nobody can see my face.
We don't have a cabin iron scenario. But Ted Nugent had a
but Mick, come on, keep Mary on.
But you can't see my face. I'm the face.
Great. No, Mary's great. We love Mary.
Hold on. I gotta keep telling the story. So we saw Raj for the first time in like 30 years at this Ted Nugent autograph signing. As crazy as that sounds. And my dad said, "Hey, Raj, like I know you have some nice property."
That's on it. So we all got deer.
And so he's like, I can't get any deer in front of my kid, and I feel so goddamn bad.
Oh, why did you get that? I had to hunt on public land.
Doesn't matter. Continuing on. But you also didn't just randomly meet Raj at a Ted Nugent hunting.
I didn't get
exactly.
I mean, I got to hunt on his land, but I never killed it.
So Raj was like, he's like Big Tim, don't worry. He's like, I have these amazing blinds. I see deer all the time.
Not Tim Pasteur.
And he's not, but this he said this thing. And so you can come out to my land and start hunting. So that started the Roger hunting era of my hunting experience. So from age 15 on, I hunted at Raj's property
instead of Tim Pasteur.
And my first year was still at Tim Pasteur's.
Okay.
My dad's accountant. How I became an accountant, as weird as that sounds, there are three Tims. Two are accountants. One's
It's the best fucking thing I could ever ask for. The only thing I ever want on our channel is people to watch at some random point and be like, "What the fuck am I watching?" But I not want to turn away, and that's exactly.
Tim Pasteur was a retired accountant who had like 4 accounts, and he had the most gorgeous 80 acres of like land that I have ever seen.
Mick, his land is protected, like federally.
Man. It's federally protected because they made it a federally protected wetland.
And we got to hunt there.
How is that possible?
The Fed government came in, they said, you have the like swamp area that we believe that we can cultivate into somewhere where like duck and goose.
Got 3 deer there, me. I mean,
but like duck and goose. So they they basically dug out his area, created this swampland in his like backyard that's federally protected. We used to see ducks there all the time, like diving ducks, like geese, like all the geese came through there. So it was this like really cool 80 acres of land
it was in
the middle of nowhere.
It
awesome.
The land was gorgeous.
Meanwhile, Tim Pasteur was part-time accountant, part-time carpenter.
Yeah.
He used to just make like projects in his yard. That's how I learned about public access. I would go to his house and like my dad and him would be shooting the shit and I'd be watching Bob Vila on his like 13-inch TV.
I mean, tiny.
But he loved it because he watched Bob Vila while he was doing his woodwork.
In his 50s, he retired to this. And then when his son needed help in a more metropolitan area, Tim Pasteur, who is like probably the smartest, I mean, right?
Yeah, he was.
You know more than I do.
He was one of the most connected men I knew.
Like smartest accountant at the time or whatever. Like he chooses to come out of retirement and help his son in a more metropolitan area just because he could.
Yeah, he could.
Like
Tim Pasteur.
Can you be the smartest accountant?
No, you can't. But
There's
you can
only
be the
one
smartest
right
small-
answer.
You can be the
Can you
smartest
not?
small town accountant.
Like,
Like
gotta be one.
this
smart
dude,
accountant.
this dude literally ran an accounting practice by himself on his 80-acre federally protected property.
Mick, he had a good go.
He literally looked out the window and like he saw more animals than you will see in your entire
Ever.
life.
I loved going out there as a high school student. We'd go out there and we would bait, and I loved it so much. We'd see so many animals, and I would talk to my stepdad about like, why do we gotta kill like?
Sometimes I would see shit for deer, but I'd see 30 diving ducks in the pond.
like ducks, geese, whatever. Like, and I'd be like, I'm not sure that I should be targeting these animals.
But
like,
long story longer, Raj takes me out to his property.
oh shit, I forgot. Sorry.
And we do it, and like he has the best blinds I've ever sat in. They were carpeted fully, and he had windows. So
Yeah.
like when okay, Michigan winter can be cold, as everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
It'd
Except this year.
It would be -20 outside my blind. Inside my blind, I had a heater, and
I never got that blind. You got that blind at Rogers?
Oh, I got that blind.
I never got that blind. My eyeballs froze one time.
I know you claim that.
I do. I went to blink my eye.
My mom still talks about this story about the frozen eyeballs that Dan had.
I went to blink. My eyes were scraping because of how cold it was.
Literally the reason you shouldn't live in Michigan.
What I said was like, I'm done. I don't want to be out here while I feel like my eyes are freezing.
Meanwhile, Roger and his wife are sitting back in his house eating biscuits and gravy, having the time.
They were out baiting. They were out hunting, and our dad was like, "You went back to the truck,
dude." Raj used to laugh though. Raj used to laugh. He was like, apparently, whenever Big Tim gets a deer, they like the smell of vodka and Marlboro cigarettes, because my dad would smoke cigarettes while he hunted deer.
Live.
This man would spray dirt smell on himself and then smoke a cigarette.
Hey, listen.
That it attracted the deer.
Worked every time, right?
The man had an 8-point that was really nice. He has one of the nicest mounts I have ever seen. But Raj, okay, this is where it all comes full circle. Roger, my great aunt Flo used to watch Roger when he was a kid.
Babysat Roger.
Babysat him. That's how we knew him.
That's how we knew Roger.
Jesus Christ.
And that's how we got into that circle, which was a really nice circle. Like, there was great hunting to be had there. Just
not as good as Tim Pasteur. I maintain that.
But. Okay, but the fact that we had both Tim Pasteur's land, and Rogers land, and literally without that, we'd hunt on shit public land.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And then we had people in their garage. We had this guy named Mitch. We called Mitch
Mitch? Oh my
Mitch
God.
the Deer Slayer.
Mitch the Deer Slayer. You can't bring Mitch the Deer Slayer in this.
Mitch the Deer Slayer was a nurse.
Male nurse,
and he was the man. Dude would get like 6 to 10 deer because his brother had connections to a farmland. He showed me one time a deer skinning rig. He set up a deer skinning rig in his garage where he put he gutted the deer, and then he put the deer on the skinner and just pulled the skin off in his garage.
Flo did that too. Come on.
But not with a deer skinner. She did it with a knife.
She did it with a knife.
He did it with a pulley that pulled the skin off the deer. It was one of the coolest things I have ever seen as a human being.
Is anyone still listening?
There are 5 people still watching right now.
But I'm telling you, Midwest, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, I don't care where it is. Anywhere where anyone hunts animals is the wildest place you have ever been.
I believe it.
Dream Warriors.
You guys have the best stories. I love them.
Yeah,
dude, I have more. They never run out.
Mick with.
They never run out.
This was what Tim just described was like
Tuesday.
That's like a Tuesday in October.
I was like, oh, Mitch is gonna show us his deer skinning rig that skins 3 deer in less than an hour.
How about Flo yanking the skin off a deer in the middle of the driveway?
I've seen it.
We've seen it.
I've seen it.
Flo.
I believe it. There's nothing you can tell me about Flo that I'm not going to believe.
60 deer in his deer processing area. We used to show up to his to get deer processed, and there'd be 70 deer pelts sitting on the ground. And he'd be like, "Yeah, I got sausages for days."
We had sheep guy. So
Sheep
down
guy?
the road we had
Leaf guy?
leaf guy. We had sheep guy, leaf guy. Sheep guy was down the road. Sheep guy was the guy who took care of the sheep that were by our deer hunting area, and sheep guy would willingly take care of our deer as long as we didn't shoot his sheep. And then a leaf guy would come over and blow the leaves out of our lawn so that way we could hunt better.
You're ridiculous.
And
you had a whole bunch of just little deals.
No, dude, we had all kinds of enter in quote unquote guy. I name it. Lawn guy, leaf guy, hot tub guy. We had a hot tub guy.
Oh, I know you were a hot tub guy.
No, we had a hot tub guy that installed our hot tub. None of it is embellishment. We're not embellishing. We're not embellishing.
Dude, hot tub guy came and installed a hot tub, and it was a great hot tub. And then we didn't go with hot tub guy. We got a second hot tub that was a floor model, and it sucked. Best hot tub I ever sat in.
Nick, we gotta cut it, man.
Yeah, you guys go enjoy. It's fine with your wives. It's Christmas. I love you guys.
My wife's been sleeping for 3 hours.
Merry Christmas, Mick.
Merry Christmas, gentlemen.
Christmas, guys.
Take care, guys.
Merry
love
Christmas,
you guys.
Mary.
Merry Christmas, Mary. We love you. We love your kids. Everyone's a good lads. And we'll see
Mick,
you. We'll see you soon enough.
Jump on Cosme. Mick.
Come visit us.
Yeah, I think I might jump in tonight.
Later,
gents. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. We had a really good time. It got wild, got absurd. That's what Absurdity Hour is. Thank you all for your donations, your support, your sharing out. It goes for the rest of the month. It's a great cause. I love you guys. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that bell so you know more stuff like this and other great shows are coming out as well. Make sure to check out snobsmerch.com. Use snobs for 10% off your order. And guys, I can't wait. We got some more shows next week, but it's Christmas, and I'm not going to see you before then. We do have some shows coming out, but nothing live. So I'm just going to say this. Thank you all so much for joining in. Thank you for another lovely year and Christmas season. I wish you all a happy, healthy Christmas. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and stay classy. Good night. That's right.